There it goes.
All right, cool. We are on air. I got 5 people waiting right now. Don't know how many people are watching. And I chose to start it right now because as me and Tim were kind of shooting the shit here before this was starting up, he was telling me that he is planning on buying. You don't mind if I say that, do you?
No, yeah, no, you can go ahead.
He is planning on buying the new Z900. So a bike has to go. So let's ask the audience, which bike would you rather see go? The FZ07, the Triumph Bonneville, or the ZRX 1200?
That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good question.
That's a good audience question. Bob or Fett, we don't do the doing it live when it's on my channel. That's reserved especially for EN 187's channel.
Yeah, you don't want to get us involved in a trademark dispute for 60 seconds of this thing. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm kind of struggling with. I don't want to have too much rolling stock is basically what it comes down to. I've discovered over the years that 4 or 5 motorcycles is just too many motorcycles. And so man,
there's
how
like 3 votes for getting rid of the FZ07 already.
Yeah, and honestly, as much as I love that bike, that's probably going to be the one that goes because I'll tell you guys straight up, I'm not getting rid of the ZRX 1200, especially after all the work I just did on it. Man, that thing is a freaking madman rocket ship now. It's faster and better than it was brand new in 2004. And I've had that bike for well over a decade now. It's just too much a part of me. And plus, it would look really good alongside this Z900 RS Cafe. So we got to get the Kawasaki quotient back up in the garage after 3 or 4 years of only having 1 or 2 Kawasaki's.
Yeah, I'm just such a fan of that ZRX. It's such a fucking cool bike.
Oh, yeah.
And so far ahead of its time with this big retro craze that's happening now. That bike was way ahead of its time.
Yeah, they're cool now. At the time,
that bike tomorrow, it would kill it.
Oh yeah, yeah. And in the mid 2000s, the want for that type of a bike just fell away for like 10 years almost. Nobody wanted a retro muscle bike at all, and everybody, the performance bike market just became so generic. It was just a bunch of just computer designed, plastic covered, ultra fast sport bikes. Nothing had a soul to it for 6 or 7 years. And then all of a sudden, and I credit Triumph with part of this for helping to drive the retro bike craze, because they did. Now everybody's back into it and everybody wants a retro bike. So, I can say, hey man, I was riding retro bikes during the first generation, the first wave of retro bikes in the 90s, and I still have one of the bikes to prove it,
Yeah. Although arguably you could say Harley never stopped doing it.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, and kudos to them.
One of the few. I mean, you get a smattering of like retro bikes released in the early 2000s and late 90s, but almost nothing. The ZRX 1200, remember, that was a big one because that came out right when I started riding motorcycles. So that was always that was my dream bike.
Yeah, it came out initially as the 1100 in the late 90s, and then they made it from, it was either 98 or 99 until I think the last models were cleared out in 2007. I think it was either 2006 or 2007 was the last year model in the States. And then they did the ZRX 1200 DAEG model, but it was Asia only. It was like, Japan and Thailand and Indonesia and all that. So we never got that bike in the US because Kawasaki, they could feel the winds of change blowing upon them. And they're like, no, we don't need to spend the money to send this bike to the US. And so they didn't.
Damn, you guys amaze me with your bike knowledge sometimes. It's so refreshing. Awesome.
I've wasted so much of my life learning about trivial motorcycle crap.
I just like listening.
What's up, Donna? Oh, I appreciate that. I loved your cooking video, Billy. Loved it.
I haven't watched it yet. I'm excited.
Oh, the whole thing from beginning to end, it's a laugh a second. And having Evie in it was the perfect touch.
That was so random. She goes, I was like, all right, blah, 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 my monologue, da, da, da. And she goes, today I'm going to do spins. And she just starts spinning in place. That's
so cute. Then she did whatever that weird crawl was, dragon crawl, whatever she called it. in the middle of the
I'm
video.
gonna do the doggy crawl.
Oh, doggy crawl. That's what she said. Yeah, I thought it was
Her brother
dragon
was
crawl.
getting annoyed with her big time.
Yeah, she told him to shut up. That's why we won't spoil the whole video for everybody. Just go to Backroads channel after this is over and check it out because it's funny.
Oh shit, we're live. I apologize, Josh.
No.
I was pitching my product up in your store.
Now, please do, man. What's mine is yours, brother. This is. I always feel that about live streams. This is something we all do together. So.
Yeah. So at the end, when you requested for us to suggest a recipe, I suggested duck under glass. So get to work on that.
That sounds. Do I need a rubber mallet?
Probably. You probably need a aluminum mallet with those little teeth-looking thing in them that you tenderize meat with. I don't know how to cook.
Josh, I had a dream last night. I remember when we were we were just standing in the lobby, and you were like trying to talk me down out of drunkenness.
Yeah.
Dude, I had that. I relived that last night. It was weird. I woke up and I'm like, oh, it's hot. No, it's not. We're good.
That was a good time, man.
I had a crazy ass dream last night too. It was stuck with me all day. You guys ever have that where the dream is just so vivid that you just keep thinking about it off and on all day?
Oh yeah, I dream fucking every single night.
Yeah, I do too, generally. Yeah, it was a weird one. It was all creepy and weird.
All right, let's hear it from just because I want to hear that. I was just kind of saying that when I first started riding, I had a couple of like dream bikes, like the kind of bikes that were on my wall, and that was the ZRX 1200 and the Yamaha VMAX was definitely really high on the list as well. And it's funny how that changes like over the years, but that was like my, I'm 18 years old. This is the bike I'm going to have one day for sure,
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, I bought the ZRX. I started when they announced that the ZRX 1100 would be coming out. I could not wait to get my hands on one. Because I always wanted the original Eddie Lawson Z1000. Yeah, the 81 model, exactly. And, of course, I was a little kid when it came out, but it was always my dream bike. So I started looking, and man, I couldn't find one for years. It took me, several years just to be able to, number one, find one, and then find one at the right price. And man, I didn't even want silver. I ended up with the silver one because it just fell into my hands. But I was like, finally, got my hands on one. I didn't care what color it was. And but then that silver kind of started growing on me, and I put all the red accents on it because it was originally just that silver and black with the kind of that tan gunmetal color. Yeah, I put all the red on the bike. I put all that on there. Yeah. Yes, sir. So it made a nice accent of it. Let's see if I can find a picture of it, a recent picture of it. I'm sure I have one on Instagram.
Let's hear that from I want to hear that from the side chat. What was your dream bike? Not your dream bike now, but your dream bike when you first started riding motorcycles. Because there's a difference.
Right. Absolutely. That's a good question. Yeah. Not what's your dream bike now. What was your dream bike then?
Yeah. When you first started getting into bikes, like what was the one up on your wall?
I don't think I even had one, dude. Like, that's why I ended up with a Rebel. I was just like, 2 wheels. Just get me on it. I would have probably got a moped if that's what you want.
Anything 2 wheels is better than not having 2 wheels.
Because, you don't know things. Like a lot of new riders, they don't know. They're like,
let's see here. I've got
900. That's a good one. Those are like cool bikes, man.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Of course, man. Dirt bike, CR80. Of course, that makes sense. VMAX, that was one of mine too, man. Big time VMAX.
Yeah, I loved it. Mr. Pachyderm, we called that bike.
The VMAX?
Yeah. That bike's so fast.
I still have never rode one.
Oh, you should, man. They're a trip, especially when that boost feature hits. It's kind of like here we go, right here. Here's a good picture.
Hey, dang.
CRX.
What up, y'all?
Hey, man.
What's up, Dank Wheelie?
Hey. Long time no see, man.
Yes, sir. I'm driving back from up north towards Florida. Seeing the notification, though.
Cool.
Yeah, I didn't know you were driving in your car, man. But it's good. It's good to have you on. Man. You haven't been on it forever.
I got hands free. I'm not I honestly, it's just safer because I can stay awake this way. Been driving all damn day.
Where are you coming from?
I left Thursday morning. I went to St. Louis, Kentucky, Illinois, Indiana, all over the place. Coming back with 9 bikes that I bought for the dealership that I'm on.
Oh, okay. Transporting bikes. That's
Yeah.
fucking. I couldn't drive like that, man. I fall asleep like in a heartbeat when I'm driving a car.
I know. I try to stay occupied, talking to people and shit, or listening to comedy. If you're ever driving a lot, I listen to comedy stand-up. That helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, because you can't do music. Music will put you to sleep too.
Yeah, especially if it's like heavy stuff and you're already feeling tired.
I always think that'll help. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna put on this music just loud as fuck. I'm like, this doesn't work at all.
No, I mean, even if it's someone talking like comedy or something, it don't even have to necessarily be funny, but it keeps you occupied trying to keep up with their jokes and conversation. Anything to keep your brain moving. You can't zone out staring at the same road.
I stop at a gas station and get one of those fucking trucker pills, man.
Trucker pills. You talking about the wild goats?
Yeah, man. Or
the ones you find in the bathroom?
Yeah, the Hornets.
Those seem to keep me awake.
Alter, you
gotta
got a good one, man.
It's like the adult gumball machine.
I saw one at the gas station the other day called the Blue Elephant. And it looked like, how in the fuck would you swallow this thing? It was like the size of a marble. 12 hours.
And it's like they don't even need that.
It doesn't dissolve either.
Yeah.
They just do that to make you buy them. It's like, no way it needs to be that big. Because you get those little caffeine pills like that they sell at CVS, and they're fucking tiny.
Yeah.
What, they're little capsules? You just swallow it and it dissolves?
Yeah. Alter Ego had a good one. 82 Kawasaki GPZ 550.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
That was the original 600, like that basically invented the 600cc super sport class.
Yeah, there. I tell you what led to the 600cc super sport class, and that bike was one of them. Was the tariff on Japanese motorcycles. You can thank Harley Davidson for the fact that there are bastard fast 600cc motorcycles on the market right now. Because what they did was back in the 80s, they went to the Reagan administration and they said, hey, our motorcycles suck right now and nobody's buying them. And if you don't put tariffs on big bore Japanese motorcycles, we're going to go out of business. Well, Reagan was already sort of having a problem with the blue collar worker in America and with some of the lobbyists for that sect of America. And so he basically gave them the tariffs because he didn't want to look like he was going to put Harley Davidson out of business. So what they did was they put a pretty significant tariff on any Japanese sport bike that was above 700cc, I think it was. And so that's where you got things like the Nighthawk S and the GPZ 550 and all of those small displacement, super awesome roadsters and sport bikes of the day. The Nighthawk S was another one that was right there with the GPZ 550 that set the standard for small displacement bikes. And I'm telling you, that changed the motorcycling world forever, because that's where the Japanese figured out, hey, you know what? We can make these things really small and really fast and make them really inexpensively. And really, Harley ended up shooting themselves in the foot by having those tariffs, because all it did was make Japanese motorcycles better. Now, thankfully, Harley did get their act together, and they're making great motorcycles now. And through the 90s, we got some truly incredible Harleys. We got the FXR, we got the Dyna. You know, we got some of the most iconic killer bikes Harley ever made. But before that, they were sucking mud big time.
But where's the advancement in technology with Harleys?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a fair question. I think that they've advanced their technology just
I'm not
enough.
saying every model, because they got to stick to their heritage and tradition, but at least beef up one model, something they can whip their schlong out and be like,
Yeah.
That was the idea behind the V-Rod.
That was the V-Rod, exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I was going to say.
I know, but that's how old of a bike, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
the modern guy.
I think the V-Rod didn't really sell that well. I mean, you see them out there, but they're fairly undesirable as Harley goes. So it's just them basically knowing their market.
I'll tell you a big thing that
Street
Harley
rod.
didn't like about the street rod, about the V rod, and also about the last generation of Buell bikes. One of the reasons they killed Buell is because they didn't have Harley engines in them anymore. Eric Buell went to Rotax and said, "Make me a killer motor for this motorcycle," and they did, and the motorcycle was incredible. And Harley didn't like that. Harley didn't want a bike sitting on their showroom floor with a Rotax engine in it. And I think that they believed in the Porsche motor because Porsche had helped them with their superbike program off and on. And so there was some Harley heritage in that Porsche motor in the V-Rod. But ultimately, the Harley purist, the baby boomer in particular, had not sort of retired from riding as they're starting to do now at that point. And there was just no love for that motorcycle because it didn't have an American V-twin in it. It had a liquid-cooled German-derived engine. So I'm surprised they made it for as long as they did, actually. It was a great bike.
Yeah, I love them. I think they're fucking. Well, I think a lot of them are ugly as sin, but I love the motor.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're cool bikes, but they should still make one badass American-based bike nowadays.
You would hope, you would wish, man. I know it's an unpopular opinion. Indians doing cool stuff, but I had really high hopes for Victory as a brand because they just right before they killed it, it just seemed like that they were going like, you know what, Victory is going to be performance. We're going to stop these ridiculous cruisers, and we're going to start building performance bikes. And trust me, I love ridiculous cruisers, but I want to see an American sport bike, and it looked like I was just so sure that Victory was going to start going down that path, and I can't see Indian doing it.
No,
Harley's giving it a little bit of a go, man.
Well,
yeah,
I'm excited for that touring H2. That thing's gonna be sweet.
I love that bike. I mean, I don't know if what I'm looking at on that is artist renderings or the actual deal, but it looks incredible. Is it the real deal?
I don't know. I might just give up on life and buy one of those and travel forever.
just live in a giant tent with you and your H2 touring bike.
Yeah, I would finance it with no plans of paying for it. Just finance it, and they're like, "Yeah, we can't find him. The GPS is missing, but he missed the first payment."
Finance it and run. You have the only H2 touring bike in Mexico.
Right?
Catch me if you can, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I would really want one though. I just, because honestly, I bet you that thing wheelies better than the regular H2, because the regular H2 is just too much of a monster. You got to have a track or be ready to race or something for that thing. It's just not even fun as far as riding with the buddies and stuff.
I don't know why they do that. Engineers spend so much time and money on making something that, like, oh, it's supposed to be every biker's dream, when it's really not. Like a Hayabusa, what the fuck?
Nah.
What are you gonna do with that?
I think like
Really?
the newer ZX10, BMW S1000, all those 1000, that's the base, and that's why they're kind of the Busa, since like the I don't even know, the Jix 1000. I feel like the Busa is just like a entry level super sport bike, because you can kind of stretch and lower it and go straight. Anybody can do that, you know, for your first bike. You get on one of those newer 1000s that are all shorter wheelbase and stuff, and it'll tear you apart instantly. But I like the Boosters just for like cruising on. It doesn't like rip you off the seat like 1000s do.
Oh yeah. Plus, you can just start off in third gear with that bike and just use the third, fourth, and fifth, and sixth gears. You know.
Yeah.
That's what I kind of thought the H2 would be like. I thought it was going to be like if you didn't fucking romp on it, an easy-going motorcycle.
No, not at all, because it's just like 6K is like right when the power band's like night and day. Is
Damn.
The power band kicks in, so the power is just night and day. You can't really tame it. So like if you're sitting around like 4 or 5K, which is natural for just cruising on a normal bike, that thing's still kind of like trickling around. Oh man.
I've never seen or been around or driven or ridden anything with a supercharger that did not have violent power delivery somewhere in the rev range. That's just the nature of it. When you supercharge, there's going to be an area of the rev range where the power delivery is violent, for lack of a better term. So that's just the way it goes. At least with a turbo, you've got some lag and you can feel it coming on. But man, with a supercharger, it's just like that. There's no lag.
Yeah, not only that, but you can't really balance it out either because you're dealing with the natural force when it comes to that. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
can't tame it at one certain. I don't even know how to describe the crap. It's not a fun bike to be accurate on, I guess, with your power and stuff. I get on the 1000 and I yank it downshift and all that good stuff a couple times, and I'm already like comfortable with it and know exactly what it's gonna do. The H2 though, I don't know. It's crazy that Dan really liked it to where he got one though. That's a commitment. It's a nice bike. It's just a monster.
Yeah, I mean, I get that though. I get having to have the biggest one.
Yeah.
Just because of the
Rocket 3 and everything I would get the S1000. The H2 is just baller as fuck. I guess probably because I would kill myself on it. He's more of a mature individual than I am.
Yeah.
But
I feel like you just couldn't have one and be an asshole on it because it'll smack you. You gotta get one and be cool.
Exactly. That's why they made them so elegant. You know, you get like a painting and stuff with the bike itself. They're like, all right, we're gonna make it really, really, really fancy. We're gonna give them like a little USB thumb drive with the bike's picture on it. So hopefully they take care of it and they don't kill themselves on this fast ass thing. So I'm like torn between what I want to do. I'm trying my hardest not to buy a 1000 because that's just never good for younger guys. But if I got an S1000, I'd probably end up putting some kind of crash cage on it accidentally.
Well, how could you not? I mean, it's like I don't know. Yeah. That's what I was wondering that about you. If you get like a nice new bike, is like at that point, do you still fucking rip around on it like a hooligan, or is that your
you know, I'm kind of good. I'm kind of glad I crashed in St. Louis because that kind of broke in the bike. Like I was babying the bike, wiping it down every day and stuff, and then I crashed it, and I didn't like slap it together with my stump parts, but like I already had a couple scratches here and there on it, so it like prepped me to be okay with slinging it around. And then I bent the subframe the first day I rode it in the parking lot, so I was like, all right, cool. So she's all bent and broken in, but it's been solid since. So that one's a 2015, and I had the O2 F4i. Now I'm like, I don't know, if it breaks, it breaks. I'll just try to save up for like another Ninja for like backup or something.
Yeah. So we had a couple questions from the side chat.
I can't see it, man. I don't know if anybody's saying anything, but
a bunch of people have been saying what's up to you.
They're all talking about you. They're all like, "Fuck that guy."
Fuck that guy. Well, fuck you too. No, what up, guys?
So we had a question. What's our opinion on MV Agusta? And I have hot sports opinions on MV Agusta.
Can't have one.
Yeah. My opinion is that I would not buy one right now, even though, assuming you can get the support you need and you don't have mechanical problems with them. I mean, they're great bikes and everything, but right now I wouldn't buy one until I was absolutely sure that this merger is going to go okay and that they're not going to go out of business, because they've been on the verge of folding for the past year or so.
Or the damn price.
Yeah.
I'll tell you everything I know about MV Agusta right now, which is just basically nothing. I don't know anything about them. I know it's like the other Italian brand.
They've got 3 holes for an exhaust pipe.
They make that Brutale, the 800, right?
Yeah, the F3, F4. That's about it.
Yeah, I remember I really liked that Brutale though, because
Brutale too. That one's pretty badass.
It had wire wheels, man. I always just think wire wheels on on a sporty bike always look so fucking classy.
It looks cool, but it seems sketchy.
I like it, man. I like it when those dudes do those wire wheel conversions on sport bikes. I just think that looks so fucking cool.
You can do that on like sport bikes for real? I've never seen it besides that one. You remember on bicycles they had the plastic? What were the plastic wheels called? Sun wheels or something? I guess plastic.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, those things. I was thinking that ain't gonna work out too well. But they should do like plate wheels again. No cuts. I'd rock a set.
You don't see it super often because wire wheels are like the conversion to do it is like insanely expensive. But people do it.
Yeah, you might as well get those Marchesini things.
Yeah.
I would like to test ride a MV Augusta though. If anybody's in Florida and they have one, they don't mind getting wheelied, let me know. MV Augusta and wheelies. That's always a good combo, right? Yeah, they're meant for that. I didn't tell you in the manual.
This is a GSXR, older GSXR with wire wheels.
Oh wait, I gotta click into it. Give me a sec.
Are those actual spoke wheels, or are those mag wheels that look like spoke wheels?
That I don't know. I was just kind of cruising through Google Image to find a couple.
Looks
Oh, that's
badass.
crazy. Yeah.
That's an old school GSXR right there, man.
That's like the one I had, fucking
Yep.
with the air cool, oil cool.
Yep, oil cooler
at
on the front.
89
Yep.
750.
It's pretty snazzy.
I'd fuck it.
I like those ridiculous dual rear exhausts it's got. They're like,
That's overall, that's a good looking bike.
I didn't notice the exhaust. Okay.
It's pretty cool. A lot of polishing on that bike.
I hated polish.
Here's a
Oh yeah, I know a lot of guys back in the late '90s and early 2000s. It was all the rage that everybody was taking their bikes apart and polishing out the frame
Yeah.
to a mirror. Oh my god, dude! And then it looks great for a couple of weeks, and then it looks like shit.
Yeah.
And then you don't want to polish it anymore, so it just ends up looking like crap for the rest of the time you own it.
Yeah, I learned that 2 years ago with my main mechanic, Prince Albert. I was like, man, his bike was homemade as a Sportster. He said he couldn't get financed when he was, so old or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so he just said, fuck it, and built his fucking Sportster from the ground up. And I was like, man, some of this copper and a lot of his lines, his fuel line and everything I got a video about it, the copper piping instead of fuel line.
Yeah.
Cool. And I was like, you can polish this. It looked beautiful. He's like, you dumbass. Then I have to polish it all the time. So it was like, oxidized and shitty. It made sense. So fuck chrome.
there's a
dumbass.
more of a normal sport
You
bike
do it one time for the picture.
with wire wheels. This
That's
one's
cool,
even
man.
better.
Oh my god, you imagine having to polish wire wheels? Jeez.
Oh no, I wouldn't want it. But this one right here, I like this a lot. Even though it's like total fucking, bullcrap show bike with they took one of the brakes off and everything, but I
see what you mean. It looks expensive, and that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Really well done on that one.
Yeah, you know what? I might have seen a couple wire wheels.
I'm not crazy about that paint job, but it looks like a piece of Christmas candy.
That's funny. You
Peppermint
have a tampon. Tampon.
Peppermint Bark ZX14, baby.
Yeah.
Just needs a string hanging off the back of it.
Time for
Ooh.
holidays.
Yikes.
What do we got next? It's a Shadetree
No,
bike show.
Yeah. Well, anyway, you see what I'm saying. I think it looks cool. You don't see it super often. I always I like shit that you don't see all the time, like that.
Yeah, I do too. Any
Yo,
break
Shade,
from
are
the
you going
same
on a
old,
dirt
same
bike
old.
race?
Yeah.
I just seen you posting something.
That's it's next week.
Next week?
Yeah, next this coming Sunday, basically. 6 days. I'm pretty fucking.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty fucking. I don't know. Let me
Where's
ask
it
you.
at?
I'm pretty fucking nervous. What were you? How'd you feel in your first competition? Like when you did your first stunt competition?
Oh, you know what? That was not too long ago either. I was pretty nervous, but that's what kind of irritated me. I didn't really get to enjoy it. Don't just go in there assuming you're gonna lose, and just enjoy it. And then you might do better than if you were like, oh, I need to not have this guy pass me. Just don't get your hopes up. You know, anticipate shit going south, be ready for it, and then you'll enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm basically
Yeah.
my goal is to just finish.
Yeah, exactly. Like I had higher hopes than that. I was staring at everybody. I was the last guy to compete out of like 20 something dudes.
Oh God.
And and I was watching all these guys doing like no-handed circles and stuff, and I'm like, what is this guy doing in amateur? Like, he's pro. Obviously, he's like 30 years old. Anyways, yeah, I just thought about all those tricks, and I was like, I gotta do this trick because that guy did this, and I'm thinking in between like a 1 minute run. So if you just focus on your own shit, you should be straight. But I want to know where it's at. Is it like a regular like supercross or hare scramble?
It's a hare scramble.
Hell
So
yeah! I went to one of those as a kid with my dad, and like I was younger, and he was like wanting to get me into dirt bikes and stuff, but I fell through. But I was like hype as hell going to one of those because I seen like a kid my age, like 7 years old, right when the gates dropped, and they were going up the big hill like 50 deep. Kid got like crumbled like by like 20 different kids, and I was like, yeah, I want to be that kid one day.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna try to get the whole shot. I think I'm gonna
you gotta send it. That's where the YouTube the intro video and then the intro drops, you know, like the teaser clip. Like
yeah. I mean I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. It's on the other side of the state, so I don't know what the terrain is like. I don't know what the course is like.
You gotta blame your stupidity on getting the footage. That's what I do. Like I didn't want a whole shot and clip everyone, but man, it had to be a good first run.
Yeah, that's my big. I don't want to crash in the first corner. That's a lot of people do. I've been watching a lot of amateur hare scrambles. A lot of people crash in the first.
So you know what your game plan should be? Play it cool, sly guy on the outside. See all the homies buckle up front, and then you just kind of try not to clip some limbs when you drive.
Yeah.
Hey, that'll be nice too. I mean, whether you hold shot and get the punch, or you're riding over people already laid out on the ground, that's still going to be a good thumbnail.
Yeah. No, I'm excited about doing it. I'm stoked, nervous, but
I want to go out to one of those. That's why I was asking. Is it like a normal thing that they do?
They have a couple a month. They're all over the place though. Some of them are in like
Ocala,
way the fuck out there. There's a bunch that are in Brooksville though.
Yeah.
So I'll send you the info.
Hell yeah. I honestly, dude, I'm sure it's probably a lot cheaper than going to like normal track days for sport bikes, but I want to get into that. Just being an idiot, but I still want to get into it.
Yeah, no, it's pretty easy to do. I mean, you just basically you join Florida Trail Riders, which is $50, and then you can go to the event. I think the events are usually like $20 or something. Like they're not expensive.
Yeah, I'll get like a $2,000 dirt bike, $200 in gear, and send it.
Yeah.
For real. That sounds like so much fun because I've seen the dudes get stuck on like routes. One guy goes around like the little obstacle course, purposely putting you through like a bunch of BS, and the other guy's like, no, I'm just gonna go around it, and the other guy's like climbing over roots and stuff. Like, I want to be that guy. Climb the roots. Go around you, little girl.
The big part is just I think the normal race is an hour and a half, so you got to make it.
Yeah, pace yourself. Yeah, can't be. Man, that sounds like fun though. I can't wait to watch it, dude. For real.
Yeah, I did 2 hours last week. Like I did 2 hours solid. Of like, I would say like the entire time I was above 85%. Like
is that pretty much nonstop? Did you pull over at all, or just riding the whole time?
I rode the whole time. I didn't pull over at all. The only time I pulled over is I ran out of gas and I had to push the bike back like 3/4 of a mile back to the truck.
Dude,
but I didn't count that. I didn't count that on the 2 hours. I stopped the clock. I pushed it all the way back, which was brutal as fuck because I was pushing it through sand and mud and uphill.
Golly.
It was really bad. But then after I filled up with gas, I got right back on it. I started the clock again. I finished out the 2 hours. I had like 45 minutes left at that point. And
wow.
So I was like that last half after I did that, I was pretty fucking wrecked. But I'm just like, I was like, man, if I can do that, I think I can do an hour and a half. I mean, it was
That's
bad.
crazy,
Like,
dude.
afterwards,
I
it was
literally, the longest I spent on my bike is like 30 minutes in the lot. I mean, granted, I might be jumping around a little bit more, but still, that's fucking tough. You got a camel pack at least?
yeah.
I was about to say, I need to invest in one of those.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. I don't fucking leave home without that, dude. You'll hate yourself in the woods without one of those.
Oh, man. Yeah, a camel
Yeah, if you
pack
got
and like a
access,
bandolier. Clip
access
bars.
to a dirt bike, you should come out with us sometime, man.
Yeah, I definitely want to. I mean, I just want to kind of experience all different areas, you know. I was thinking about that or one of those trials bikes, but trials bikes, it seems like a little bit more to get into. Dirt bike would probably be more up my alley.
Yeah. Well, if you get a light dirt bike, you can do with your the skill set you already have. It's
Slinging
you'll
around.
be able to do a lot of that stuff on a dirt bike already.
Yeah, I see that one dude doing the shuffles and stuff, like jumping over logs and stuff. He's not using anything different than like a normal dirt bike. I just got to get one and I'll figure it out sooner or later.
Yeah, it's possible if you have the skills to do it, to do everything, not anything the trials guys do, but a lot of the stuff they do, like the
that or hitting jumps. Hitting jumps looks like fun too. I know that's an art form in itself, but
yeah, one I have not mastered. It's scary. It's like that's the whole thing.
Oh yeah, I know. That's one of the things I can already understand. It's scary. I don't even have to have like done it one time. Be like, oh, it's probably not that bad. Just kind of clear it, but.
Well, you'll be all right because you're used to wrecking. So that's it's
terrible.
You got to be used to wrecking. So many people go out there and they get freaked out because they're not used to going down. They're like, I'm gonna wreck. And I'm like, well, I fucking came off the bike like 6 times today. You know?
You already hear my attitude towards it. I'm gonna give that thing way too much throttle. We're talking falling off a building, damn near.
Well, it's just what happens is you psych yourself up. You'll be just looking at a jump or looking at a hill climb, or even today, like I pushed out on a big log, because it's just like you have to be full commit. And
yeah, not only that, but the focus too. You know, if you're gonna eat it, then or if you're messing up, accept it and try to.
Yeah, well, it's just exactly what's gonna happen if you fuck up. Like the log is basically if I fuck up, I'm not gonna do a big enough wheelie to get over it, and I'm just gonna plow right into it and fly over the handlebars. And so that's what'll happen if you fuck it up. And so I was just like psych myself out. I was like, no, I'm not even gonna fucking do it.
So let me just go ahead and stand off the pegs. So instead of flying in the handlebars, I'll just fly over the handlebars. Just kind of adapt and overcome.
Yeah. But I mean, it's fun, man. If I had to give up street bikes for dirt bikes, I would. Like I fucking love riding dirt.
You don't say that. I don't want to be that guy though.
No, I wouldn't. I don't have to give up street bikes, but I'm saying like if I had to choose one, like if I could only save one baby from the fire, it'd be dirt bike.
I'm driving right now, Shade. I'd come, but I know you're not there, so it's all good, man. Not only that, but I got like big truck and trailer. I'm not parking anywhere near there.
Yeah,
it would not fit.
Tim, did you ever do any racing? You did drag racing, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I used to drag race all the time. Yeah. In fact, I used to drag race the ZRX when I first got it. The ZRX and the ZX7R. The ZX7R was set up as a bracket racing bike. I won a lot of money bracket racing.
Damn.
Yeah. But I haven't raced motocross since I was a kid. You know, since maybe I think my last motocross race I was probably 12 or maybe 13. I can just remember crashing so bad and having these huge, you know, we didn't dress properly back then for motocross races. I'd have these huge scabs on my forearms, you know, where I'd eat dirt or hit something hard, and I'd go back. I was so proud of them, showing them to all the girls in school when I was in junior high. Yeah, baby, I was racing this weekend. I would have won, but unfortunately, I got crashed out by some jackass. But check out the war wounds right here. It was awesome. Yeah. No, I did my track days in the late 90s, early 2000s. I went through my track day phase, which I see so many young people now on YouTube going through. Oh man, track day, ooh, track day, ooh, track day. I'm like, fuck, I was over that shit 15 years ago, you know. But it is fun, and you learn a lot doing it. I did enjoy doing it, but you got to keep in mind, man, our nearest road course was 300 miles away, and to go to a track day for a weekend was just an arduous task. It was expensive at the time. And so, I didn't do it for very long, but it was fun during the time I did it. I mainly enjoyed drag racing. That was I had the most fun doing that. I was good at it. I had, the respect of my peers, so to speak. And I never had to build a super fast bike because I was always consistent enough that I could win money in the bracket classes. So that's what I always did.
Bracket classes it's fucking pure because it's all about your reaction time.
Yeah, you're racing against yourself. You're actually not racing against the other guy. You're racing against your own breakout time. So, whatever you're dialed in, the object is to hit that or just slightly slower than whatever your breakout time was. So, I love that. In fact, I may go back to it. I've had thoughts of getting the ZRX kind of situated to do that again, especially since it's running like a scalded dog right now. In fact, for those of you who were asking earlier, I didn't want to sidetrack the conversation, but what I did to the ZRX that I now have it all back together, and I will do a video on it as soon as the rain clears up and take out and show a ride and everything I did to it. But, you can kind of see on my Instagram what I did. I did a full stage 3 on it, and that's a filter box delete, air box delete. It basically goes. You go to manual crankcase and head breathers. You go to pods, and you basically just tune the shit out of the carburetors and make the bike go faster. It's making a lot more horsepower. I'm going to be real interested to have it dynoed. I did not, to answer that one question, I didn't do anything with the cams. I left the GPZ cams in it. I decided not to go with the Muzzy cams. These are aggressive enough, and I still want it to be rideable. So that's kind of where I stopped, and I'm loving it just the way it is. So that kind of gives you an idea of what I did. The airbox is gone. Those side covers, the regular side covers are gone, but the airbox side covers are gone, all that stuff. This is all opened up now, and it's basically just 4 fire-breathing carburetors now.
I was going to say, it looks good. That's my
Yeah.
it fucking
Yeah.
looks really good.
They look really good when you go stage 3 with them. And it's supposed to clear up tomorrow, so maybe tomorrow or Wednesday I'll go out and do a short video riding it around, let you hear it, let you see it. I'm going to do a rolling burnout for about a half a block just on power, just to show how much freaking power it's making now. I'm going to be putting a new back tire on that thing in no time now. I'm just do a little bit of. I don't do a lot of hooliganry on my channel, but I'll have to do a little bit for this bike.
Yeah, that sounds appropriate.
Yeah. I'm real pleased with it. It's got me all fired up to get the Z900 RS to go alongside of it.
Back road. Speaking of bikes, man, are you still able to ride up there in Tennessee? What's the deal?
Borderline. We are.
But not enjoyably. I can count for that.
It can be enjoyed if you bundle, you know what I mean, like layer or wear the right gear. But here's the thing. I moved into this neighborhood because it was all nice, and one of the factors was that it had a lot of tree cover, so I didn't have to mow the lawn all the time. But now the trees are dying, like, the leaves, it's fall.
Oh.
And my driveway and entire neighborhood is covered in like a ½ inch of wet leaves. So
that shit's like as bad as fucking glass, man.
Yeah, I can't even get out of my garage right now.
Damn, the whole neighborhood, huh? The streets and all that.
Everything. Yeah, it's most people calling for moss.
There'll be ice on the ground.
So I know you can clean it up, but yes, I've tried to do so. My last day of work at the zip line, that morning, like at 6 o'clock till 7 o'clock, I cleared out the driveway, and like 2 days later, I couldn't fucking do anything, and it was raining, right? So it's been raining and fucking shit. So you can't. How you gonna fucking blow leaves in the rain? Don't happen.
I just want to see you ride that bike in your fucking cowboy outfit. That thing is. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sure you've worn worse for work, but.
Oh yeah.
I was fucking laughing pretty hard. I'm sorry, man.
It gets pretty, dude. All right, check this out. It was a choice, right? All right, there's performers that wear that outfit, and then there is techs and like behind the scenes guys that wear elf costumes. All right, like with elf ears. So it was a choice, either the gay cowboy outfit or an elf.
Definitely cowboy.
Yeah, totally chose the Bee Gees outfit.
That's some straight up fucking Village People shit right there. I fucking love it. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, go check out Backroad Moto on Instagram. His work outfit is pretty fucking
So awesome.
In fact, how is that? You need to take just a regular picture of that because that's got to be on the Photoshop circuit.
I'll do it.
Yeah, you got to get a good fucking body shot of the whole get up.
It's pretty fancy. It's fancy, you guys. You'll like it. Yippee-ki-yay.
Oh.
Well, hell yeah, man! I'd love to see you get back into drag racing, man. That'd make for some cool videos, Tim.
Yeah, it would. And we recently had a very historic drag strip open back up out here. That's another thing that has me thinking about it. Penwell Knights Raceway out at, if you remember back like 2 years ago, I did a video where Britt and I went out to a ghost town called Penwell where they had those old wooden oil tanks and all that shit.
Yup, I remember that shit.
Yeah, and we went and explored the inside of that old abandoned diner and all that. Well, right across the interstate from that is a drag strip in the middle of a ghost town. There's nothing else out there but abandoned buildings, but this drag strip. And now every Friday and Saturday night during the warm months and during the racing season, that little ghost town just comes to life with a few hundred people out there doing test and tune and running bracket races and doing heads up races. And I think that the IHRA is going to start sanctioning some of those races out there. That really has that on my mind that I might do that. I don't know. We'll see.
That sounds exactly like what a cool video that would make just for the whole story behind it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's real historic. They had to shut it down a few years ago when the tower burned up. The tower burned to the freaking ground. And they weren't making a whole lot of money at the time, and there had been some financial difficulties, so they just basically shut it down for several years. And they found some backers. You know, the price of oil is coming up, so now rich oil men are looking for things to spend their money on. And so they got it all rebuilt, and I think they resurfaced at least part of the track. Maybe the entire to the run-out area, I think, has been repaved. I haven't been out there yet, but I'm kind of excited about it, actually. So I hope, that may happen.
Here's the thing with that I see, and I'm going to try to do it different. Race videos do not do very well on YouTube, unless they're illegal. Like street race videos do great, but you see, like motorcycle race videos or track days or motocross races just don't do very well. And I've got a little bit of a theory behind it, and I think it's just because so many people just dump their race footage. Like nobody makes a whole video about it. Like it should be a video, you know, you're traveling out to the race, you're hanging out there, you're meeting people.
Yeah, it's usually like 10-41 Jennings or something like that.
Right. It just goes, here's my track day, plop. Like, yeah. You know, and
here's a bunch of boring ass track footage that was really exciting to me though. Yeah. Exactly. It always has to be a story of some kind. It hasn't really paid off for me in subscribers or views, but I've always felt compelled that every episode should have some sort of a storytelling element to it. And, you know, like I said, I'm probably worse off for it, but I'm prouder of my work that I've done on my YouTube channel. So I would definitely do it that way.
Yeah, that's how I'm going to try and do the race that I'm doing. Is like, I don't want to just go like, plop, here's my race footage. Like,
yeah, not only that, you have some narration behind it, you know?
Yeah. I'll tell you who does a really good job at that. It's not generally with motorcycles, though. It's more often with sports cars and race cars, is Scott Vanderhyde on his channel.
Yeah.
The Adventures of Scott. Man, he does a really good job of telling the story of the track day from beginning to end.
Yeah. No, so. I'm just always so bummed out that he doesn't make more videos because he was always really good at it.
Yeah, he is good, but I think he's using his videography skills kind of like I was for years and years, and still am at my new job, though to a lesser extent. He's actually using his videography skills to produce videos for other people and make money off of it. So
Yeah.
can't fault him for that.
He's
No,
done
no,
well for
no,
himself
it's
doing
hard
that
to
too,
do
man. New house, fucking.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he's been through a lot over the past year, so
Yeah.
I think that probably has a little something to do with it. Once he gets back on an even keel, I bet we'll start seeing more videos from him again. I just like that dude. Every year in California, I always have the best time hanging out with him. He's funny, he's humble, he's just a good dude.
Yep.
But anyway,
Yeah,
yeah. Hey,
exactly, Carlos.
let's make racing great again on YouTube. Like, come on, man.
Exactly.
There's no reason.
Yeah,
that
I agree,
racing should be
Carlos, man.
boring.
I agree with you 100%. Those
Because
time attack
any
vids
race
are
that
so
I've
cool.
ever been to, whether it be we would always go to dirt track here, like there's a reason watching racing on TV sucks. Like I fucking never watch races on TV, man. They'll put you to sleep.
Yeah.
And I guess some people watch it, but I just like puts me to sleep to watch any kind of auto or motorcycle race on TV. But when you go and you're in the stands and you're drinking beer and you're fucking hanging out and you're like in the whole atmosphere of being there, that's fun. That's awesome.
Hey, Dana, your road noise is kind of drowning Josh out, I think.
Oh, my bad. Give me 1 second.
That's good.
I'm zoning out, listening to the conversation here.
It's all good. There you go.
And
Yeah,
that's
that's
all
true.
good, all good. But nobody captures the whole atmosphere of being at a race, which is the most fun part, But you have fun going to a race without even watching the race, just because of the atmosphere there and the people there, and I don't know. There's no reason to just dump footage on, man. I don't even like watching professional.
Did you call me Dana?
Professional footage.
He did. Yes.
You asshole.
He did.
Yeah.
Oh,
I had to get that off my back.
dang it!
Dude, I'm gonna
dang.
tell you, it just made me nervous too. I just thought.
I only
Dana.
missed it by one letter. I don't know why I said that.
By a whole meaning. I have nothing against him, but that's.
Oh no, that was a complete act. That was like a Freudian slip, Dank. I totally apologize for that. I don't know why I did that.
It's all good.
Mm.
I just let it go. I was waiting for you to correct. You're like,
We have a guest. We have
What
a
up,
guest.
Jake?
Jake, and he's
Jake?
demanding being noticed.
I'm here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jake the Garden Snake.
I bring my own theme music. You're welcome. Yay!
It sounds so perfect.
I wrote that.
Grumpy
I
Bear.
ended up selling it to NBC a few years ago. I think they use it for something.
God save the
some
garden snake.
stupid fucking thing called the Olympics. I don't know. What's up, guys?
Yeah.
Hey, is Dank in the house? What's up, Dank?
He
Wheelie?
is.
Oh, hey, Jakey.
I was doing some Dank wheelies in Austin. Not on my bike though. I stole someone's supermoto. It was fucking
That's the
killing it.
best way.
Yeah.
Not your
A cool white supermoto with Marchese wheels.
Yeah, it was. It did have Marchini wheels or whatever. Marchini.
Maraschino cherries.
Yeah. All
I
in
jumped
one
on that
area.
thing. It was like I was like, man, it's been a minute since I've been on a supermoto since mine's been broken. It was like fucking instant. I was like, there it is, right in the pocket. Looking under my armpit. I was like, look at that. Just going here. Watch the front wheel. I like it when the front wheel stops. I know you see that all the time. Okay? Like, you're like, look at it. Just stop it there.
I tried to spin it, keep it going again. So when you put it down, it's not.
You reach up there and try to spin it.
Yeah, on my new bike, I haven't been able to do it. I keep dropping it. Doesn't work. It usually results in a crash. In the parking
I
lot.
try not to crash this one. This one cost a lot.
Yeah.
But think of the thumbnail. Would somebody think of the thumbnails?
I know you know I'm talking. I guess you know I'm talking about Mo Nassi's bike.
Yeah.
How do you know I was riding that thing?
He posted a picture.
Yeah, I didn't see that
Not
one.
of you riding it. He made like a joke of like, it was like a picture of you and him, and he was going like, you were like telling the story of wheeling the bike. And
Oh yeah, Mason got that photo. Yeah, that was perfect, man. I was all like this. Why? Mason just got this great photo.
No, it was a great picture, like with the camera.
I was so like I was more happy about just jumping on that bike and fucking having a blast killing it than anything else. All these people are like, "What's up, man?" I'm like, "Did you see me on the supermoto?" I don't know. I'm a retard at these meets. People are all like lining up to see people, and they're like trying to like get you to sign. So I'm just wandering around, and I kept throwing stickers at people that were in line for other people's stickers. I just thrown at them like aggressively. It was funny. I don't know what I was doing. I was like, whatever.
Everybody make it? Anybody wreck?
Surprisingly, yeah. But there was like a guy ran out of gas and a guy had a breakdown. That was it. No wrecks, and we went down a twisty ass road.
Nice.
Somebody ran into me, man. That was weird. I was on motorbike, and I remember you heard that noise.
You're on
someone was on the brake hard.
Bad, right? It's not an ordeal. It's kind of like goofing around.
Well, no, because someone ran to me on a sport bike, and I was on a supermoto. But I heard the brakes. You know that sound? Someone's burying the brakes. And I was like, oh shit! I just kind of stay where I was at, hoping that. Then I just felt this like love tap, right? Like, and I was like, it was like the whole upper fairing of someone's sport bike. I couldn't even tell you what kind of bike it was because I was just like, well, what the fuck? And I looked back and kind of put his arm up, like, my bad. And I was like, damn, that barely touched me. That was about to be really bad. I could get the feeling of that.
He's trying to
get out of control sometimes. Well, that or just hauling ass. I don't know.
I'm gonna sling it up one time for Jake. Oh,
right.
My God.
It's like he's got to see, like they're just chasing the fuck out of it. Like he's got to see it. I'm almost at him. I'm almost up there too.
Speaking of fucking,
I'm gonna make the video.
Really gone wrong. Did you guys see a girl on her bikes video that came out today?
No, I've been out of the loop, man.
This dude did he's fine, but it's like worst fucking nightmare. Did a wheelie and started drifting over into the other lane of traffic, put it down, and slid right into a fucking oncoming car.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was fucking terrifying to watch.
Golly.
It was because you just looking at it and you're like, oh, that's your worst nightmare. Like wheeling down the street and drifting into oncoming traffic and not being able to save it. Like,
man.
I gotta watch that one for sure.
He was fine. He was okay, not to ruin it, but like he was okay, you know.
Check
it
it
was
out.
just like watching it happen. You're just like, this could have been so fucking bad.
Dude. I was watching on Instagram today, and some guy on like a Dyna, big old Harley, he's dragging hand on the ground and just drifting towards these parked cars, put it down at the last minute and just fucking drifts it.
I saw that too, like drifts right out of it.
Just
like, to do
fucking insane. Those guys are gnarly, dude. I love that
what
shit.
Do you mean
those guys ride like they've never wrecked a motorcycle.
Yeah, totally.
Baseball caps, cut off. Daisy Duke shorts, no shirt.
You know why? Because they probably fucking haven't.
I bet they have. They just don't give a fuck, dude. I don't know. But yeah, he puts it down like he's heading, like he puts it down like fuck. There's the parked car like right there.
I'm pretty sure those guys are them country boys that have been riding dirt bikes all their life. And
yeah, something like that. He just leans it over and drops the clutch and just throws it into a big fat drift.
They're heavy, but they're also really, just from my observation, and I'm sure I could wheelie it, but they look heavy and very maneuverable, like as like thin as they are, you know what I mean? They have like that little center core of weight, but other than that, it looks like they're a lot more maneuverable as far as turning and stuff than a sport bike.
I'll tell you, got way more fucking leverage with the bars that they put on with fucking clip-ons.
Oh, I'm just waiting for someone to let me rock theirs one time. That's like
I was about to say, dude, put the word out, man. Someone will let you.
Yeah, I know. There's so many of them out. I just need to. I honestly, when I was on the West Coast, there was only like the Sea Bear group of guys, and those guys were like grown ass men. I'm not trying to be like, hey, can I borrow your Harley real quick?
Dude, this is speaking of Harleys, man, and shadetree. You'll think this is interesting. I can talk about it because they didn't have me sign no fucking what's it called. Harley contacted me, wanted me to go do this whole thing with them, but they gave me way too short a notice. Kind of like the 701 thing, similar thing.
And you couldn't go?
No, it's like it's like a fucking 1 week notice. It's not enough time, dude. I got a kid, dude.
You see in chat, at least Stewart.
Tell them Danks ain't got no babies.
Hey, dude, I was trying to think of somebody too. Like I was gonna suggest someone, but we moved on. So I was about to be like shadetree, then I was like, shadetree got a bar. Shadetree can't have a 1 week notice. Just fuck off.
I couldn't leave for a week. I would need.
But what was weird is they picked somebody from Canada and they like they went with Snowcat. I was like, dude, didn't y'all almost sue Snowcat recently? I'm like, okay.
Snowcat's going?
Yeah, and I was like, man, y'all picked him over like Lee if you're gonna go for Canadian. They
No.
must not know, dude. I think they're very out of.
Lee got an invite.
He did.
Yeah, he just couldn't make
Yeah.
it.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's
It's
good. I'm glad to hear that, man. I just figured they were like super out of touch and didn't know.
No, he got an invite.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's cool because it was like you. I know you even talked about it and some other stuff. I was like, that's kind of cool that they like reached out like that. I still think they're idiots for dropping the Dyna. I would tell them. I'd tell them that too. I'm like, hey,
I mean, I might have gotten an invite too. I fucking rarely check my emails.
yeah, but they like, yeah, it was. You know what it must have been though. I think someone canceled. It was like a real last minute thing. That's why they didn't even have me sign an NDA or anything. They're just like, hey, can you do this? And I was like, sorry, bro. I'd be all down for it. I mean, it sounds like fun. It's all paid expense kind of thing. It's just like the 701 thing I did with Husqvarna. Like, I'm gonna fly to LA and do all this stuff. But my fucking boy, riding with Tom's going to Paris, and I was like, man, if y'all invite me to Paris, I might have tried to make it work. You know, I got a passport, I'm ready to go, but I can't. It's LA, dude. Like, I love LA, but I can't just. I got shit, man. I got shit going on. I can't do that.
Yeah. No, I hear you, man. I'm bummed though because like you got an invite, Lee got an invite, and I'm just like, man, whoever goes now watching, I'm just gonna just imagine how much more awesome it would have been if you and Lee were there. It's just gonna piss me off, you know.
Yeah, well, you know, it is what it is, man. I mean, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna overthink it, dude.
You can't fucking go back and do it. But I just like. I know it's just gonna make me angry when
we could, you know what? Why don't you and me just get together and we'll have fun and fuck everyone. That. I bet you, dude. I bet you a couple if me and like Tim or somebody or whatever day we all just got together, fucking you, we could have way more fun than they're gonna have. I just predict it.
Oh yeah.
Well, I just wanted to see you there to fucking like you and Lee there to like rip fucking Harleys because they invited a bunch of like. Instagram.
Yeah, but I mean, I
can't fucking ride.
Yeah, I mean, if I want to go jump on a Harley and go rip it, there's I got a way I can go do that right now. It's not.
Yeah, but it's Jake. It's doing it in front of all these like Instagram high sock wearing motherfuckers who can't actually ride. That's what would make it.
Cool. I don't know, man. They probably getting some dudes that can ride. I bet they will.
I bet they don't.
I can't ride. I remember riding that Indian Scout. I could spin the tire and get a little sideways, but that was another animal, dude. I wasn't ready for that. You remember that? That's right. Yeah, you were there. That was when we were on the fucking, I don't know what you want to call it.
So it's the demo Harley, right? You don't care what happens, right?
Yeah. That was
what are they gonna do? Fire you?
But I don't know
if you gonna fire me. I didn't see you getting paid, so let's just demo this bitch.
I don't know if you remember though that Scout that I rented. I upgraded to the walk away from an insurance.
I wanted to fucking do something to them.
That's why I was just dicking around. Do you remember when the grip came off?
Oh, you talking? Oh yeah, you had to go to the damn store and get some glue for it.
I remember that.
Came. Yeah, but the insurance you didn't do it. You had no insurance for it. Savage. Man, we were desert racing that bitch.
You know what they told me when I bought the same insurance? They go, as long as you bring something back. The dude goes, you can literally park this thing in the street, let a semi run over it, and if you just bring the clutch lever back to us, you're fine.
Wow, that's awesome.
Nice.
There's just like some piece of the bike that has to come back to us, and I'm just like, because they're like, if it's completely stolen, like completely gone, they go,
yeah,
like, I got charged $1,000. That was $1,000. If it was completely.
You need a Harley to go with this shift lever.
Yeah.
Hey, we gotta bring the stolen bike back. We're missing the shifter. It's too risky. I don't want to piece it together. We're in too deep.
I should have fucked around more on that bike. I didn't do anything. I honestly, like, I thought I was gonna fuck around on it so hard. Then it was like, I'm out in California in unfamiliar territory doing lane splitting on this giant fucking bag with a passenger. I'm just like, I can't fuck around. I can't do anything crazy.
Dude, I need to do a trip to Texas. It's surprisingly closer than I thought. I mean, it's not close, but
close enough.
Well, yeah, I was in St. Louis, and I just like pulled up the map just to see where the hell I was at, and I seen Texas right in the corner. I think it's a little bit. How far is St. Louis from Texas?
That's a pretty good jaunt.
I've never
Got to
been
keep in mind that you got to keep in mind that when you say Texas, where I mean, you just might mean the Texas border. It's not far from the Texas border, but like for
Yeah, I
example, it takes like 13 hours to drive across Texas from east to west. So
Yeah, it's about 9 for Florida.
yeah.
No, way more than that probably. Still though, if I got to the Texas border, I'm sure I'd be achieved there.
Yeah, I really want to visit Texas as well. This is like,
Yeah,
You and
just like
Jessica just need to come and stay at my house for a few days. We would have so much fun.
we would, man. I want to. I just got to get fucking our shit together where we can.
I know how that goes, man.
quit buying motorcycles, damn it. One
That's
motorcycle
hard
per
though.
month.
No, I don't begrudge you that. It's hard not to buy motorcycles, man. I have that
Okay.
same problem too.
You
I
need a
bought a
Ducati unless
motorcycle
you
to
want
take
shade
trips
hang out.
on, and now I can't afford to take a trip because I bought a really nice motorcycle
Yeah.
that can go across the country. That's basically what happened.
Well, you take the trip on the motorcycle and make your gas money and all that stuff right there.
No,
That's
I mean
way cheaper.
I could do it. I'm just being cautious because I spent a lot of money getting that Ducati.
Spontaneous ends you up in St. Louis with 3 days left and no phone and a totaled bike. But
Yeah,
that's memories, I guess.
Too many responsibilities here. I was lamenting that today that I don't even have time to fucking play video games. Like that just pisses me off. Not that I'm like in love with video games, like, but I like it. Like I like playing video games, but like I don't even have time to like sit down and play video. I haven't turned my Xbox on in over a year. It's just like don't even.
It's kind of a good thing though.
I mean, I guess, but sometimes like you see these new ones coming out, they look crazy as fuck. I'm just like, man, I'd like to play that. And then like I'm gonna get to that point where they're just too complicated and I can't fucking do it anymore.
God damn. Yeah, that's how I kind of.
This is much harder than Pac-Man.
God
Damn it.
Just ask me for more coins.
Mom, give me another quarter. What the hell?
Jake had to get a new intro music.
My little girl was in timeout and she ripped a plug out of the wall in the other room, which just turned off the Wi-Fi and everything.
Oh.
I was talking to y'all and I was like, man, they're being way too quiet. I was like, oh shit.
Uh-oh, spaghetti-o.
It was the beginning.
Jake, did you ever do any enduro racing or any kind of off-road racing?
No,
No.
never.
He saved it for the street, son.
I never really had a dirt bike, man. I had my first dirt bike was my DRZ, and it was only a dirt bike for like a few months. I had to sell the stock rims, so that wasn't a dirt bike. I really didn't have a proper dirt bike till I had my WR. All I've ever done with that is just take it trail riding.
Oh yeah.
Not really like trying to do some fucking racing. I don't think
Supermoto.
I think I'm too beat up for it. I get hurt riding anyway.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Everything's stiff on me. I can't walk right.
The
Something's
older
wrong with
you
my
get,
leg.
the harder the more it hurts when you hit the ground, man.
All these fucking those enduros and hair scrambles, though. Fucking, you see old dudes doing it.
I know they're in better shape than me. What a lucky life they have.
Well,
I guess they get to get out and do things.
I'm just saying they're fucking like much lower injury rate.
I like when you see dudes who are like fucking.
It's not fucking motocross.
I know, but I mean, whatever. I love when you see dudes who are like hella fit. They're like, you got no excuse. Blah blah blah. I'm like, you have a kid. Fucking. What do you do for a living? Like, go fuck yourself, guy.
All right, so we talked about my stage 3 and all the work I did on the Xerox. So I just want to show you real quick before I go, Josh. I think you saw this on Instagram, but check out the bikini fairing I found for my Triumph.
Good, man. I like it.
Yeah, the only thing is you can't see it in this photo, but the whites don't match. So I bought all the stuff to make it actual Triumph crystal white. So that should be in a few days.
When are you going to put dual rotors on the front? Do some 6 Staffies.
Yeah, that's coming up.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's what the bike's made for.
Yep.
But right now, gentlemen, I have to go right here. So I gotta be on my way. I gotta head to the studio, and I appreciate it. Thanks for the link as always. Love you guys, and I will see you soon. Hopefully,
All right,
I'm
Tim.
sure. All right,
Easy, man.
all right. You guys have a great night.
I don't want to.
Well, you will. You'll do as I say, young man. You understand me?
Tim, why is your face moving while you're talking?
Oh yeah, a good question. All right, see you boys later. Have a good night.
Later.
Tim only speaks through astral projection. It's a Mason thing. Not a big deal. Dank Wheelie lives not too far away from me. I don't know why we haven't ever made a video together. I'm not blaming you. We've hung out. Like, we just never fucking made a video together.
You guys should
that's true. I mean, we hang out more out of state than in state. As funny as it sounds, I feel like.
I should do like a video where like an alligator attacks you. Just like
What's
make
that?
everything up.
I know, man. Let's get on that clickbait game.
Like you can get one of those
Hey.
inflatable alligators and like
I
you
don't know
tie
if you
it.
guys have noticed, but I haven't really been skimping on the content. I'm still putting the work in, like trying to edit my videos and stuff, making them longer, like 10 minutes or so. But I've been embracing the clickbait. I don't really care anymore as far as that goes. The video is still relevant, but I'm not going to say going to ride in Orlando. It's going to say crazy Orlando.
You go
sketchiness or
like
something
well that's
that.
different. That's like you're naming it like out of the most extreme thing that happens. That's cool, man.
I think people are weird, and everybody has got different opinions. I think that a lot of people are weird about it. I don't begrudge anybody clickbait. It just
the way I look
it's
at
what
it,
you
though,
have to do to
this
be
is my
competitive.
insight on it.
And if you're going to be competitive on YouTube, I'm sorry, that's part.
All right, so you can get the alligator, then that's not a problem. Let's do it. Let's get a fucking.
Yeah, this
alligator.
is more so competitive. This is more so just like, hey, you put all this time into a video, and then you try to detail the title and make it like chapter 1, going on this trip, blah blah blah, and then like you do
yeah,
that.
you can never do
Nobody-
chapter 1s or
me-
part 1s. They
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
fix
Me
them to
personally,
death.
I feel like I can comprehend big words and stuff like that, and even people that can, I feel like they don't have the time to scroll through stuff and read that big word versus, whoa, check it out, and it could be the same exact video but a simpler title, and I'm just like, man, I'm gonna try that out.
You're getting somebody to watch it, so if the content stands up, if it's good content, I mean, I don't know. I feel
That's
like
where I'm at.
it's a gray area.
I
But
think the
I
debate
just-
is someone not embracing what the thumbnail's about. If you want a cheesy, simple text, make it relevant to what you're posting, and that's where I think me and you have that agreement. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I've got no problem with it at all. I've done plenty of video titles that are very clickbaity.
Yeah,
For
with that
some
being
reason,
said,
people
though-
think I'm totally against it. I'm not at all. Like, I just do your thing, man. As long as your content's good,
Yeah.
people-
With that being said, though, I got I know where a suitcase of $1 million is.
I think the
Fuck
suitcase
yeah.
full of $1 million is played out. I don't know, man.
But it's got a gun in it as well. $1 million with a gun. We might be
And
able
I
to
think
find some bloody
that those
tickets.
guys are some of the perfect example. Is Joey Mack and Dana. Is every video I watch from Dana and Joey Mack, I enjoy. I like their videos. Like they make good videos, and you might not. Some people don't like them. It is what it is. But they make entertaining videos, and I enjoy
That's what
their
it's all
content.
about at the end of the day.
So
If you're gullible enough to watch someone's channel 1 billion times and see all these things, and you know what it's gonna be, and you click on it and you anticipate it, you know it is, and you're still gonna complain about it. It's like, why would you complain about it? It's kind of like seeing the stove is hot after knowing it's hot, even though it doesn't say it's hot, and you still touch it every time.
If it doesn't say it's hot, it's not hot.
I'm the guy that's watching.
A lot of people don't like it because it worked. If you're having success with something and people see you having success with it over and over again, people are gonna get mad about it. And everybody's got their opinion. I don't disagree with people's opinions who don't like it. I can see why people don't like it. I'm not gonna say they're wrong because they're not. I get it, but to me,
What are we talking about?
The whole clickbait. And
Sorry, man. I'm just. I feel like I got lost somewhere.
Yeah, sorry, man. Specifically, Rumor and Dana and Joey,
Oh.
who's like
No,
content,
but
I
do
make
the
it
alligator
content.
thing. Fuck's sakes.
And it's like, why would you? So it's like, yeah, they use clickbait titles to fucking get big views on their videos, but their content is good. So,
Well, I guess.
I mean, I enjoy it. I like their content. I mean, I've allowed me to be a hipster. I've been watching Vroom Vroom Dana since he had like 2,000 subscribers, and he's always made good videos, in my opinion.
That's the type of dirt bike riding I want to do, but I picture myself breaking my neck on those big ass rocks they ride.
I don't even know how they do that shit, man.
Yeah,
See, like, what's his name? Fucking Moto Bro
Joey
always
Mack.
goes down and he rides in that fucking dam down there on his crom and shit. Now it's
Motor
fun to
Bro
watch.
or is it Joey Mack?
Moto Bro.
Oh man, honestly, I talk to him and Zach goes every now and then, Motor Bro, but I want to go back out there with a dirt bike and my stunt bike just to kind of explore out there more. That's where it's at.
I mean, a lot of it looks easy compared to Florida. Like, you look at some of it and you're just like, this is just hard pack that's kind of bumpy. You know, it's not bad. It looks easy compared to what we have to deal with in Florida. Because in Florida, it's just like sugar sand, like mush. The deepest fucking sugar sand you could possibly fucking imagine. Like
Slicker sound. We have slicker sound.
Fucker
sound. Shit.
I don't know.
Retarded.
But then, like, you get on the big rocks and shit like that. I'm going like, no way, I can do that.
Let's get that pop out chat going. That's what I forgot to do.
Pop out.
I'm gonna be like, "What's up, my people,
friends?"
What was I gonna do the other day? Oh yeah, I was gonna use your clip of the thumbnail clip that when Backroad did that thumbnail.
We both did that.
Huh?
Give me some credit.
No, I'm saying on your video. That's
no, dude, that was great. I thought that was going to be so
awesome.
much funnier. Nobody.
And I was about to use it. I ran into a cop.
Dude, use it. Go nuts. Just go do whatever.
Yeah, but I couldn't. The dude got weird about it. I ran into this friend of mine who's a cop, and we were like, and he like saw me and a couple of guys in a parking lot. And he came over to say hi, and I was like, oh, how much trouble would you get in if like you pulled out your baton and just like held it up and I got like used it for a thumbnail? And he was like, probably I'd get in a little trouble. And then he like, and he, as he was saying that, he like put his hand on my shoulder, right? And I was like, oh man, I'm gonna fucking use that like in the video. I'm not gonna put it as a thumbnail, but in the video, what? I'm gonna like stop and make a thumbnail that's like of the.
He was giving you a little sample. Like, that's what it was.
And like hand on my shoulder, like him like, and that like cop attacks me, and I was gonna use your clips of like thumbnail, and I made it.
I've got a video where
I made the whole thing, and I texted to him. I was like, dude, is it okay if I post this? He was like, dude, I really wish you wouldn't.
Yeah.
I was like, ah, man. I was like, dude, no one will see it. And then he's like, well, people watch your videos. Like, fucking just don't.
No one will see it. Just
yeah, just like 15,000 people. Like, no big deal. It would have been funny.
That's what I said at the rock climbing place or something like that I went to. I was like, can I wear my helmet in here? And they're like, yeah, that's fine. We understand. And I came with the motorcycle helmet, full face. And they're like, oh, well, we thought you meant like a BMX helmet or something. And I was like, oh, no, this is full face. I just don't want to like face plant the wall, coming down. And they're like, yeah, you can't wear that. So then like, I like ran outside and like midway when they were all busy and like grabbed my helmet and like had someone film me climbing up it with the helmet on. And I was like, deleted scenes, and I climbed up it real quick, but I got sketchy as hell because they were getting pretty pissed off about it.
Are they?
The fucking rock climbing place. What do they have to be mad about? They should be happy for the publicity.
Well, that's what I told her. I was like, I'm gonna get some views, and then she's like, oh yeah, that's cool. Like when I didn't tell her, and then I told her like I might get a couple thousand or whatever, and then she was like, oh well, yeah, I don't know about all that. Like she was more upset about the amount of views. I guess maybe it's just silly. I guess yeah, it's fine. You can film it, but if people are gonna see it, then no. I thought it was like a little personal memory.
Oh, by the way,
Here's
Jake,
one.
congrats on the sponsorship, man. I don't know if you can talk about it or not, but
Well, no, it's cool. Talk about that was look at you see that thumbnail there. That's what I was trying to pull up. I was down downtown Atlanta. That cop ran up to me on foot. This is how great my boys were. I got see like me and Yummy R6 are sitting next to each other, but we're on communicators together, right? And then behind me is like Chase on 2 wheels and Downshift. They're on communicators. And Downshift is next to me and Chase is warning him. He's like, dude, cop's coming. He's coming for Jake. And Downshift just like puts it in gear and rolls off. Like you couldn't look at me. We had time. We had like 20 seconds by the time he took off before he grabbed me. Like you couldn't look over and go, Jake, go.
Survival of the fittest.
But he ran up to me. He grabbed my arm. He's like, stop right there. And I was like, all right, bro. And it's in the video. I just turned the bike. Like I like let him know right away. I just grabbed the key and pull out ignition. I'm like, see, look, I'm not fucking with you. I mean, you've got my arm for God's sakes. What am I gonna do? Like, there's a truck in front of me and you're holding me. Like, I'm done. But that guy was a guy. That guy was on
some like light duty fucking only.
He was on
like
foot
12
patrol,
hours.
dude. He was on foot patrol. Ran up and got me.
You know what those people are? Like dudes like that, old guy like that. They're reserve police officers.
Well,
I mean, they're. I bet you he fucking is. I bet he's a reserve.
as soon as I was like
Out of
cool with him
retirement,
though,
baby.
he was like
Put
whatever.
some youth back in them.
No, I was cool with him though. Like all I did, I was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna run, dude. Like he got me, whatever. And he's just like, I didn't have a kid yet. That was right before I had a kid. That was
I
about
remember.
that was about 3 weeks before I had a kid.
I remember all those videos you did in Atlanta, man.
Dude, I did
Those are
like.
cool.
Well, here's what's so funny. I would go on these trips and just blow out and make tons of videos, and it slowly gets less and less and less. Like I was just literally, because I had to pull this up. That was 25 videos I made from the Atlanta trip, 25.
Damn.
And I've just like got back from Austin, and I'm like, this will probably be one video. I don't know.
I didn't see that, but how did you edit all those 25? Did you like?
I was there
little by little. Or
well, I was there for like a lot longer. I think I was there for like 5 days, and every day we were fucking running around, riding, doing stuff. And there's just a bunch of packed material I had.
I think my next upload is gonna be my ride of the century video, but still, I got like 5 more like videos to put in St. Louis to like my channel. I just feel silly like posting my video out of like timeline, like you know what I mean, chronological order. But
I kind of gave up on that because people get a little sick of it. You got to break
know?
it up a little.
Yeah.
Like sometimes when I would get a bunch of stuff, like for instance the 701 ride I did. I mean, I think I made a handful of videos from that, a little more than 10, I want to say. And I tried to put at least one a week out. Sometimes it'd be like one every 2 weeks.
I got to make a confession though. I know he's not here listening, obviously, but Nick Apex. I went out. It was like my last day in Vegas, and I was trying to like hit up the shop, the Garage 7 that he was at, and I finally got a hold of him, and then he was there, and they gave me like a nice tour of the shop, but I did like a nice like interview, like him becoming a pro rider and blah blah blah, and then he like invited me out to a lot sesh, and I was just filming him riding, which he was crazy good, and then he was like, you can ride the bike, so he let me ride it, and I never ever edited that video, but it's like one of my biggest edits. You ever have one of those edits of those clips that you're just like so pissed off about in the back of your head that you haven't finished yet or even started?
Yeah, I've had that. Well, like I did that for almost 2 years with the Thailand footage before I started.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, well, that was intended to be a lot more, and it I don't know, man. It bothered me not doing it, so I finally did something.
What was the deal? There was like you were waiting for somebody else to do it or something?
No, we were supposed to like compile all our footage and make it into like a big cinematic one big deal, you know, and then. And it's basically short of it. Nobody wanted to put any work into it. Like everyone got home and just got busy with life. I mean, a lot of us just shit hit the fan. I mean, I blew my knee out, had to have surgery, then had a kid pretty much right afterwards. You know, well, like a few months down the road, but it was just everyone had a bunch of shit go on, and I don't know. M13 blew his hand open like he fucking did that crazy wreck.
Yeah, that was fucking nuts, man.
Yeah, what's up, Justin?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm sorry. I didn't know you were hanging out. I'm all texting you and shit about shit.
Oh, I thought that's why you were texting me. I was like, he'll figure it out, right? Like
Yeah, no, I didn't even see it until just now, and I was like, oh shit, they're chilling.
Well, Justin's in my former bedroom right there. I appreciate it. He let me crash in that room, and I guess you basically couldn't even use your office while I was in there, man. I'm sorry. I had that air mattress going.
We didn't have no time to hang out in the office. I'm sorry that the LEDs were bumping in here the whole time.
Dude, I didn't care about that. I just kept putting your computer to sleep because of the monitors. I was like, that's a little much. But no, the LEDs were great. I don't care. It didn't bother me at all.
Word up, man.
Yeah, he leaves those on 24 hours a day. Those LEDs in the background, they just run.
That's how Justin rolls, man.
I did check out, man. Justin's room is so cool. There's just cool shit everywhere in there. That little shelf behind him there is just full of like just treasures. I want to start playing with it, but I know that's not what's for.
I was up there looking at today. I was like, did he steal one of my Ghostbusters?
I didn't know. The only thing I was messing with, I just forgot for a minute. I picked up the Batwing, and I was like, man, I had the same exact toy, and I was sitting there playing with it. I'm like, ooh, I had a little Batwing, and I was like, what am I doing? He probably does not want me touching this.
Nah, yeah, you can touch me.
That one was open, so that was whatever.
I'm sure if you go way back on Justin's Instagram, like, you had so much more.
Yeah, Josh has been following me since the full toy collection. Like,
I can't believe how much you fucking got rid of, dude. I remember when you were first showing pictures of that shit. I was like, God damn, dude.
Did you sell a bunch of it?
Yeah, I sold like I would say 85 to 90% of my collection at one time to two toy merchants. They came and bought my whole shit, and I'll tell you, boys, I'll be regretting that every time I think about it or talk about it. That's a bummer.
Oh man, I'm sorry, dude. I didn't mean to.
No. Not saying you shouldn't have brought it up or anything. I'm just saying that, man. I wish that's a regret right there. I wish I had not got rid of my toy collection because I think they got a sweet deal, and man, there was a lot of gold in there. Oh well, we move on. I bought a gun with the money, America.
Well, the gun will always be worth that amount of money.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's like money in the bank, pretty much.
Yeah, guns are a good investment. It's ShadeTree fucking money advice right now. Buy guns.
Buy guns.
They're a good investment.
Demonetized. That's
it.
Yeah. Good. I don't want goddamn liberal Antifa anti-gun money anyway. They can keep it. Worth 50 cents on the dollar. I'm just kidding. Please don't demonetize me.
Dude. I gotta watch. I was watching this today. I've been having a weird day, dude. I've been really out of it. I started watching on YouTube bobsled crashes. They crash the fuck out of those things when it goes wrong. It goes
really wrong.
There's this one clip, and you can find it pretty easy. First of all, they fuck up. They don't get in right, and then they get to the end of the track, and you see, the dude in the back has got that brake lever, and you can see he's all fucked up. Like there's something going wrong. Well, the brake lever broke, and those things got a shootout at the end. But oh my god, it looks fucked, dude. He just flies up this thing, and then they're like every country's having to run together to like fucking oh shit, like because the sled's flying backwards into the track, you know.
Some people say them can't believe.
Oh, dude, I watched all of their runs. Actually, I had to go back. It was like, what was that, like 1988 or something? I went back and watched all their shit from when they were in the Olympics.
That's crazy.
That was cool, man. They did crash. They crashed fucking hard all the end.
Damn.
The last one.
Real shit.
They did. They walked down the end of the track. They didn't carry it like in the movie, but they walked down that track at the end and shook everyone's hands. The boys were fucking. They were just, imagine that you show up to the Olympics. That's basically the first time you've actually got to do the damn thing. You've been practicing in a fucking downhill cart. Oh man, it's scary, dude. I think that was like 100 miles an hour almost.
You can't lose, bro.
Jake, next build series, bobsled series.
Oh my god, bobsled build series, bring it on, dude.
Dude, speaking of things you can actually build in your garage and awesome wrecks is those downhill fucking buggies they do
the Red Bull ones.
No, it's like I think Red Bull does one too, but there's like a bunch of people do them. It's like the soapbox derby, but it's like shit you actually sit in that you run them down.
Yeah. I mean, Red Bull's got one they do, but like it's kind of all silly, like everything like is, and there's ramps and shit in it, and they got like it's like you have to make them. It's kind of like the flute tog thing. We got to make them into something that looks cool.
But like you see the other ones people do, and like some of those wrecks are fucking spectacular.
Yeah, if that like they did a few years ago. They did the what's it called out here in Dallas? They did the oh shit, something happened there. No, they did the what's it called? The one where they the one we were just talking about. We had the flute tog or whatever. They did that out in Dallas, and man, I don't know like how I didn't know about it in time because I would have totally figured out a way to get on that and build something stupid, just to make a video of it. And it was something weird. Like I was working that day, but I don't know if you remember Armenian and Cadillac Mac I used to ride with.
I remember Armenian. I don't remember Cadillac.
Yeah, they were just guys that rode. Well, while that event was going on, they went down there with their supermotos and were just riding around, fucking ripping wheelies and shit. And it seemed like people apparently thought they were supposed to be there, like they were getting into places they weren't supposed to. So I've always said if it comes back, what I really want to do, like fuck joining the shit, I'm just gonna get like a Red Bull jersey and put some Red Bull stickers on my shit, like a graphics kit, and just show up and be like, because dude, if you showed up on a bike loud, it's fucking running like a fucking blah, 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 blah. You pull up to the gate and you're like, here, is this where I go? Like you just start pointing and shit, like they said to go over here. Is this where I need to go? I need to be on the stage right now. Dude, they'd let you ride in. They'd be like, yeah, you just act like you know what you're doing. And then like if someone actually stopped you, be like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like I was told to go up there right now. Right now. Come on, dude.
Come on, I'm on right now, man. We got 30
bro. I got to go up there, dude. It's my time.
They're telling me I got 30 seconds.
Dude, if you did that, they would just let you in. They'd be like, oh, well, fuck, this
guy's official. He's on a damn motorcycle.
I've gotten into weird places. I've been to like concerts and shit, just gone behind stage, just act like I knew what the fuck I was doing. Why is this door locked? Here you go, sir. Thanks. Just fucking walked behind stage. Fucking American Airlines Center. You can do it if you're fucking just bold enough.
I mean, just act like you know what you're doing. That gets
you put in here.
Get away with just about anything. You act like you know what you're doing, including performing surgery on somebody.
Including becoming the president.
Yeah.
Wait, is this is like, okay, this is rednecks with paychecks. Yes, the downhill power wheels. That's what you're talking about. Yeah, they do that around here.
No, I was talking about the other thing, but this just
okay. But you found these. Yeah, these clips are insane. I've been out to one of those things before. They have like several ambulances standing by. Like, I know it's all good and fun. I mean, I'd love to go down there and film. I am not participating in that because these dudes get fucked up doing that shit. I've seen it. Like you see them rolling, everyone's just laughing, dude. But look, like, woo! Dude, this guy's just knocked out. The clip you just put up, Josh. Go to 3 minutes in. Dude's fucking out cold.
Yeah, that's
what the wreck starts about two. Like you can go to about the 250 mark.
Okay, I see like 159. They start lining them up.
Oh yeah, go 250. This dude, 250 mark. Go watch this clip. This dude's out cold, man. You watch the way his head bounce around, dude. That is fucking disgusting, man.
Oh god damn, dude. That looks like.
Did you see it?
So bad.
My bad.
Jesus. Oh yeah, they're all running out there. Come on, Daryl. Come on. The dude's tripping over the dude's tripped over a fucking like the sex doll to get to him. They're just over there. Look, these chicks are just drinking beer, getting beads. They're like, he dead. Oh well.
They don't fucking give a fuck.
Holy fuck, dude.
This is the scene, dude. This is, I swear to God, I've seen. Look, she just took her beer out and got her coaster. She's gonna have to use it as like a fucking sling to save them. They're getting the sex doll out of the way, dude. They need to get Aussie Man reviews to fucking do this shit. You've seen that guy.
For this.
Oh, she had to get the fucking blow up doll out of the way.
God damn, he was calling ass.
Fucking drone is just taunting him.
Don't drop me titty beads there. Get those back on. All right.
Here comes a paramedic. There's so many four-wheelers the way. This paramedic's running from a mile away.
Knock the fuck out.
Yeah, he's not like they ain't even
school bus. I'm trained for this.
Look, they're all like running over there. Like none of y'all know what you're doing. They're all falling over. Like ain't none of y'all fucking paramedics.
Okay, they got him up, dude. He's walking. Come on, boys. Give him a round of applause for fuck's sake.
Like some camo and short shorts over there, fucking going like,
there we go.
Put my beer down.
Dude, you should see the part where they're carrying him out. The fucking firefighters look drunk, for God's sakes. They're just like,
I used to, the hunt camp I used to go to was a property owners association, and a lot of people lived out there. They did shit like this all the fucking time.
God, they fucking slam so hard, dude.
Dude,
that's what everybody wants. That's what they're waiting to happen. They're fucking like, fuck
yeah,
man.
I get it, dude. Don't get me wrong. Josh, I'll go down there and film it all day. I don't have a problem with that. I'm not participating.
Everybody trying to be all serious. This is a drunk people when they're like something happens. They're like, well, God, I'm serious. I'm not drunk. I'll fucking handle this. Everybody stand down, give him some room.
I've got one of these trucks too. I've got that F-150 in the garage. Pretty sure my nieces would be pretty upset with me if I brought it back.
I guarantee that dude is yelling "woo" at the top of his lungs.
Oh shit! What's y'all's timestamp right now in the video?
I'm at 5:22.
Let me catch up with you.
Wait, where you at, Josh? I'm at 5:01 right now.
I'm at 5:30 now. Yeah, I'm a little ahead of you, but yeah, there's some carnage. Dude, it's carnage, dude. It's just carnage after carnage.
I skipped ahead. I'm at 5:40.
5:30, Josh.
Dude, that dude just made it down at 5:40.
Oh, there goes the cop car. The cop car Mustang fucking tore.
Dude, people keep.
Dude just like fucking went to grab his beer and fucking busted.
Yeah. I'm literally watching that too, dude. That's like the third time I've seen somebody just fall over the wall. Look, he can't get up. He can't get up. Jesus Christ.
Get my sunglasses. My Oakleys.
This dude's
like, chick fell over with her fucking boots, too drunk to get up. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm there too now. We're at the same time, dude. Yeah, they're like, "We got you, hun. We got you. Here, I'll pick you up by your ass."
Okay, fuck. I'm just.
You see, the 4-wheelers are where it's at, like the 4-wheeler one.
Oh, got it at the end though. He took him out, dude. The dude in the fucking Jeep was like, "Fuck you, bitch. You ain't making this." This is the stupidest shit.
With the guy with
he's got an icon jacket on. He knows what's up. All right, he actually brought some proper motorcycle gear to this event.
I do this. I just beat it without
the Jeep rolled and hit him. Did you see that, Josh? The one guy.
He like threw it into him and hit him in the head.
I mean, he didn't mean to. There's no way he meant to do that. He was fucking on his face when it happened, but that's awesome.
Boom! Oh, it hit him right in the right in the helmet.
This looks like the rednecks and paychecks around us here. Where's this at? It says Texas.
Some of these guys got to practice this shit.
I think this is the one. I honestly think this is the same one that I've been out to. This looks like that same fucking track. See, it says it's Texas. Where the fuck is this place?
What the fuck? Oh shit, dude's got the mohawk. He ain't fucking around.
If I went to that though, if I were to participate in it, which I wouldn't because I'm not trying to die, I'd fucking do myself all up like one of those guys from the new Mad Max movie, with the fucking chrome teeth and shit.
Hell yeah.
I love that movie. That's so good. That was like the best movie I've seen in like new movie.
Fuck! That was horrendous.
Yeah, we're at the same spot. Yeah, totally. That was pretty rough.
It's gonna knock the breath out of you.
Yeah, the guy in the back that got tossed over, he basically he did the equivalent of high siding in an event like that. He got wadded up with the other dude and just tossed. Well, if all the people that come out, come on, man, don't give up, get your shit and go.
Back in your damn car, Bobby.
There's that shit running across the track.
Dude.
Whoa, that quad is
It's the 4-wheeler ones, the ones that actually have handles.
Oh, shit.
Those guys get fucked up.
You see that guy at the end there where he's all fucking up against the hay bales? He's so fucked. Oh, man. Yep.
Oh, header right into it. Boom, ran him over. Damn.
Josh, I'm like 4 seconds behind you, so it's fucking great. I'm like, oh, wait, what's
a little bit ahead? I'm like 4 seconds behind Josh as well.
Yeah.
I get a little hint about what's about to happen, and then just something crazy happens.
Oh, it's another 4-wheeler.
This guy here asked me, said, Jake, how reliable is your WR been? Any major problems since you had it? No, I mean, there's been it's got a lot of wear and tear.
So fucking hard. It fucking exploded.
Look at that. The fucking wheels God, that was a rough wreck.
Holy shit. I think the water pump is like the most common problem on the WR, right?
I mean, mine's been fine, but I hear it is. Yeah, I've heard people have a problem with it, but I mean, dude, like mine's
But it's an easy fix. It's an easy, cheap fix.
I mean, you could just go if I had a problem with the water pump, I'd just go and upgrade it to that one kit, that Boise or whatever the fuck it's called. What's that fucking kit called? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Boyson.
Yeah, Boyson. I'm gonna say like that, even though I'm pretty sure it's like somewhere from Europe. It's not definitely not from Jersey, but yeah, it's like a whole water pump and cover, and it's like an impeller. It fucking makes it all badass. But yeah, I think my WR. Me and Justin were talking about this. I bet you my WR's got over 500 hours on it. I need to get the little computer and plug it in to find out. But it's got an absurd amount of time on it. It's got a lot of issues right now, but Jesus, man, I've riding the piss out of that bike for years. I can't blame it. It's kind of rough right now. It may get retired at some point here soon. Get something else going. I don't know. Or I might fix it up, man. I don't know. I got to make a decision one way or another. Some money's gonna have to be spent. Unfortunately, look at this. You see this fucking minivan truck?
Stripper pole in the
You
back.
seeing this? It was painted gold, dude. Look, it's a fucking dude and a half running them all over. This is great.
Best party ever.
When I was out, it it was this place wherever they're at because I remember this fucking turn. I was out there for when I worked for a Polaris dealership.
Bino guy, it's like fucking zooming in.
So I was working at it. Like I didn't get to go walk around as much. I had to like fucking rent shit that was broken.
Yeah, no KTM 500 for Jake. You ain't putting no 500 hours on a KTM 4-stroke.
I mean, dude, at the end of the day, if you want to go with a fucking gnarly supermoto, you got like the 450 or 500. I mean, you kind of have to accept that, it's not a DRZ.
Hey, what's up, Neil?
Woo! What's up? How you guys doing?
Good, brother. How are you?
You were looking.
Bill couldn't hold it down. His DRZ just couldn't take it, man. He had to get rid of it.
Oh yeah, he had it for like a week and a half. That fucker was like faux sale.
Justin, you got the right thing going right now because I had the same thing you had going at one point where I had a WR 450 and a DRZ, and I sold the DRZ and instantly regretted it because you know how cool it is when your buddy comes in town and you're like, here, I have 2 supermotos, in fact. Which is exactly what happened.
I've done that multiple times, man. So
it's good. I wouldn't get rid of it. Fuck it. Rock that out forever.
Drive this.
And plus, the car is pretty much unusable except
you got 3 bikes though, man, and like none of them though. Like the one problem you have, you got 3 bikes, but none of them are like.
None of them are like.
You can't do
no distance bike. No distance.
Yeah,
no
exactly.
leg.
Supermoto Grom. Yeah. It's so funny about those bikes you have. They're all the former bikes I have, and now you're all fucking hungry for a DRZ or for an FZ because you run.
That bike was nice. That was
Oh man,
I gotta come down there though when we don't have some shit to do like that.
Thinking about getting a sport bike again, Justin?
No, I just rode Jake's and it was just really fun. It was. I haven't rode a sporty in a while. Last one I rode, I think, was my buddy Z1000, and I think the FZ Jake's was just set up even better than my buddy's Z. It was just perfect, and man, we were just. Plus, we were railing through the hills. I kind of felt like I was on like a speeder from fucking Return of the Jedi. That's what I would compare that bike to. It was just badass. We were just hitting some crazy hills, and it just feels like that bike is fucking awesome, man. It's awesome. Real planted in the turns and just smooth as fuck, and like a dirt bike, but it's a street bike. I don't know how to. It's fucking badass.
I swear, that motor is so fucking torquey.
You just fucking. I just looked at the clutch, and it fucking just wheelie, dude.
Pop them wheelers.
I think
it is a fucking back wheel wheelie machine. It's all it wants to do.
It really is. It's got so much torque.
Yeah, that's what I remember. I was telling you about this too. It's like people always like you definitely can't use that as a beginner bike, but like I started on an R6. And like we were talking about this, I said, dude, honestly, starting on an R6, I feel like it's almost slightly easier because as long as you keep that thing under 6 or 10,000 RPMs, it's a fucking pussycat,
Pussycat,
where the FZ is like where you're cruising at is like peak torque all the time. It's trying to fucking buck you every time you touch the throttle. So
you really got to start beating on an R6 to get it up into the power. Or if
you gotta slip that clutch and get it up there a bit, because I remember that like the first week I had my R6 as my first bike, I was like, don't worry guys, I'm being responsible. Kept it under 10,000 the whole time. I'm like, oh yeah, that's good, Jay, that's good. And it's like about a week down the road, I was like, all right, I think I'm gonna take it up to 11,000 RPMs. That was the first time I felt that little. What? Fucking went. I was like, whoa!
That's when she starts talking to you.
Yeah, they do. God, they love that high RPM though, don't they? That 01 R6 that would go to 16,000. Fucking, that's crazy, dude. I guess the R6s, that's what they do on those 600s, but that's just stupid. It's so many
all
RPM.
damn revs.
I did that on the Ducati. It's got different power modes, and it's got like a touring power mode, right? And it's got like softer throttle response and fucking everything like that. And I was just like riding around on that because that's what it was on when I got it. And I was like, this is enough. I was like, this is fucking fast. Like, I don't need to go any faster. this is still crazy fast. And then I turned it on to sport, and I was like, no, I changed my mind. This is what I need.
This is fast.
Well, this guy,
this is good.
this would be relevant to you because this guy just said right here. He says torque dot like question mark try a Rocket 3, and I was like, yeah, I have, man. That was I remember I was on Evos. I remember I was going around turns and it was like feathering the clutch the whole time around turns. I was like, this kind of freaks me out because it's all punch. It just wants to fucking go.
It's retarded, dude. It's like
all power.
And it's weird because they'll like 0 to 100. They'll fucking embarrass a lot of motorcycles, and especially like 600cc bikes. Like it's really, that was my favorite fucking thing, man. It's like all these fucking dudes in Tampa, all these boy racers and fucking on 600cc bikes that think they're the fastest motherfuckers.
Cruising up around with no fucking helmet on, right?
Go on,
helmet on the mirror.
Put your stick in the fucking dirt so fucking hard. And I mean, it won't beat a liter bike. Like, it won't beat a fucking 1000cc bike. I guess not that bad.
I mean, it cracked me up because when Dan was down here, he was on his ZX10. I mean, he didn't like hard launch it or anything, but I mean, he just rolled the clutch out, went, we were at a light, and I fucking just rocketed away from him. Not like the rocket, but I fucking told him. He's like, hey, I'm on power band, hang on. It's like, bye. And he's pinning the thing, and I'm just running away from him on this bike that literally makes like less than half the same horsepower. Was it like 70 something horsepower? And that bike he's got is probably 170 horsepower.
And that's just because it comes on so fast. I've never ridden an FCO.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like, but it's just, it just goes to show. I mean, like, it's so hard to sit there and just look at numbers and something, try to get an idea, when you don't know. You got to ride shit to see what's up with it, man.
On the Rocket 3, it's weird, especially when you open it up because they're very detuned from the fact that they run like that. But once you open it up, and same thing with the FCO7, it's just you can't almost like you can't fucking put it wide open in first gear. You can't. It'll.
Oh, my bike.
No, the Rocket 3. Like.
The Rocket 3. Yeah.
It's just fucking stupid,
dude. Well, like, it's like the same problem my WR has it. My FZ07 has. Like, if you're trying to fucking race somebody off the line, the biggest thing you gotta do is you're like, well, this is gonna be fun. I'm just gonna fight a wheelie the entire time at first, pretty much all second and a little bit in third. I'm like just trying to go up from underneath you. But I mean, I remember when I had my R1, I used to be able to fucking squeal the tire, rev it out, like feather that clutch. You're feathering the clutch up to like 50 miles an hour, which sounds terrible. But you got to remember, you're doing that in like 2 to 3 seconds. You're like, at 60. So it sounds bad, but you sit there on the light, you're just feathering that shit out of that clutch, and it's like
clutch is the fucking wear item. So fucking wear it.
Fuck it.
That's what I fucking, dude. That's how I feel about every single thing on the 300 on the KTM. I'm just like, it's a fucking wear item, so I'm gonna fucking use it.
It's all a wear item.
Drag that thing out, man. I beat it to fucking death.
Beat it to death. Let's beat it all to death.
Beat it.
Get that, what's it called? That one bike. I was thinking about you going trail riding. I was like, when you get Josh on one of those off to fucking red shifts at MX, fucking go rip it through the woods.
I got nothing. I would ride an electric bike.
What I love about that though is just thinking about like just beating the shit out of it. Like, I don't know. I mean, like it's gonna kill mechanics, dude. Those bikes are, because there's just so little fuck with on them. But I love that. Like, no warming it up, no fucking pre-mixing, nothing, just fucking turn it on, just rip right on. As soon as you turn it on, just go full throttle. What's it gonna do? Nothing. Ain't gonna hurt shit.
That is pretty awesome.
And I did that. When I worked at that dealership, we sold Zero there. I would take the fucking bikes to lunch all the time. It's just cool just to roll, like put your shit on, roll a bike out the front door of the dealer, and just instant hit it like as hard as you can. No fucks given. That's cool.
What else?
How's that smoker life, man? You still smoking it up?
I'm enjoying it. Yeah, that rub. I did another butt with that rub you sent me. Boy.
Yeah, isn't that one good? I fucking love that one.
Good. It's so good.
Is that what I had when I was down there?
Yes, sir. Jake ate it.
Oh,
you didn't tell me that was from Ian 187. That's
the
great.
rub.
That was good.
The rub that was on the pork was from a buddy.
I was so hungry, dude. I was driving down, and he texted me like 2 hours before I'm gonna get there. And it's like lunchtime. He's like, "Hey, I got this food here. I was like, all right, I just won't eat. I was so hungry by the time I got there.
Man,
It's a good 4-hour drive. Like from my driveway to your driveway, it's about 4 hours on the dot.
Yeah, that's a good little run.
I need a plane. Of course, then I need a runway. You know, I do. I got to get one that'll land on the lake.
Yeah. That'd be perfect, man.
Come in.
Land on the lake. I'm out there in the boat. Hop on the boat. Gone.
just get some rocket packs for the
Dude, what if you could land in the boat, dude? While I was on the lake and film it, what? That would be dope.
Yeah, do it.
Motor?
James Bond shit.
People have done that on.
If you miss, I'll come back and save you, bro.
No, there's a video of a guy on a paramotor doing that though. It's pretty cool. He stands on the back of the boat.
Yeah, we'd be fun, dude. It'd be so hard to do that. That's some stunt man shit, dude.
Yeah, there's I don't remember what the guy who did it was, but yeah, there's a video of him doing that. They're just holding the boat at speed, and the guy comes down and stands on the back, like over the motor, then stands there for a minute, kind of dances around and takes back off.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they gotta get that speed just right though with him, and then because he's kind of like he's touching the boat, but his glider's open the whole time. Like he's still like throttle and he's still going. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just on the boat. It's kind of I don't know. I'd end up in the water somehow, just bad. Like they're attached to this fucking thing and it's sinking with you. It's just pulling you down.
The parachute gets sucked into the prop.
A fucking dog runs out in front of Jake in the middle of the lake.
Fuck him. I'd kick him this time. I'd get my foot.
Always a dog.
There's a deer at your place. When I was leaving his house, dude, there's deer everywhere, right? And I look over in one of your neighbor's yards, and there's like just 3 of them just sitting there, like cars are driving by, like as if they're just dogs, just like dogs on the loose, just chilling, all laid down, like nibbling on each other's ears. You know, I guess they're cleaning them or something. I don't know. And there's another one walking around across the street looking for food, and I was like, what the fuck? This is just
yeah. They don't give a shit, dude.
They really don't.
The cars don't spook them. The bikes don't even spook them, man.
That's not good though. I mean, that's why they're gonna run out in front of them.
No, when the bikes do spook them, that's when they run out in front of them. Like they come and they start running. If they're not scared, they just chill. They don't run. Right? Am I thinking about that right?
I don't know. Get some koi fish though.
No, I had a tank at my last house, and I gave it to my cousin before I left. Thank God, and I'll never have another tank in my life. Fish are fucking rough, but you mean outside?
I just seen you as a koi guy. I was like, I could see Justin having a couple koi
outside.
Somewhere. I don't know.
So much to maintain, bro.
Keep a pond out there.
We got the lake, man. There's fish in there.
There's fish in the lake.
We'll go down the lake, Jake. And we'll see.
I can see your dog back there trying to eat one of those koi too. the pit. What's his name? Like, trying to get it.
Oh, Kush.
Just sitting there gnawing on one. Like he gnaws on that stick. It's like, what do you got over there? It's fucking koi.
Yeah. Jake got to meet the dogs.
You had some fun dogs, man. That one finally warmed up to me there at the end.
Yeah, he's just fucking crazy.
The German Shepherd. What was his name? The German Shepherd was
Enzo.
That's right, yeah. I thought he was gonna kill me a couple times there.
Man, there was putting on a show, wasn't it?
Yeah. Everyone keeps asking me about that trip. What was it like? I was like, you know how it is. Just group, rode around, said what's up to a bunch of people.
Yeah, that's about it.
I hate to sound like enthusiastic about it. I mean, it was fun. I'm so dead, dude. I think all that driving, it's like you do these trips, you drive all the way down there. Then you get there and you just ride and ride and ride, drive around, ride and ride, meet people constantly. Then you get back in your truck and you drive and drive again to get home. I don't know. I pretty much spent the whole day just doing nothing.
Yeah.
And it was great.
Same here. Yeah. Fucking.
I feel like that. Remember that? Like that. What was that in the movie Office Space when he's like, it's like, what'd you do? It's like, I did absolutely nothing. And it was everything I thought it was going to be or something like that. He says. That's pretty much it.
Back up in the desk with the resurrection.
Right? I feel like we've sidetracked
It's a
everyone with
lot
this.
from Office Space. Sorry.
Yeah, I kept rolling my fucking ankle. It felt like every 5 minutes while I was out there. So I got home, it was all fat as shit. It's never gonna heal now. It's been like 2 weeks. I keep fucking rolling it. It's just I'm just gonna have to cut it off, dude.
Dude, wheelchair.
Fucking peg leg it. Forget it.
Dude, I've pretty much fucking accepted that my foot that I broke will just never be the same.
Yeah, I mean,
It just is gonna suck forever. It hurts.
I've only broken 5 bones, but
every step.
them shits ain't the same ever since. They
Every
never
step I take.
just gone back to perfectly normal. None of it.
Just like, there you go. It's just forever. It hurts forever.
And I broke this bone when I was living with my parents at like right after high school and shit. So, and that shit, if I hit that just right, if I bump that on the table just barely, just in the right spot, shit.
How's your feet doing, Neil?
Actually really good. Like I don't know, ever since I started that diet or whatever, and like it doesn't hurt nearly at all. So I'm just like not even worrying about it.
That's one of the things that I'm really hoping. Like, if I lose some weight, like I'm hoping it'll help my foot out.
Oh yeah, I'm
Fingers
sure.
crossed. I mean, it can't be bad for it, you know.
Yeah. If anything, just taking some stress off it. So I'm sure it'll help a lot probably. Yeah. You said you already lost 25 pounds. I could tell in your
25 pounds,
face.
25 pounds, man.
You can really see it, Josh. Like, you
Yeah.
can tell, bro.
Even though I got the side profile, I can still tell.
Yeah, I can see it in your face too, Neil. You look way fucking skinnier.
Yeah. Fucking still going.
I look way fatter.
Yeah, but you got to be
Take her. She's going the other way.
Jake, you've had your time, okay?
I need to do that one. I need to try to fucking get into I don't know, maybe just start doing that one thing again. What's that? Fucking got the DVDs for it, but I probably remember. Yeah. I do. Yeah, I've got those.
X.
I
Some
bet you
P90X?
I can just start doing half those exercises and just remember how the video goes. But that shit was good because I remember like I'm pretty beat up all over. When I was in the midst of doing it, I mean, I was losing weight a bit, but I was gaining weight. I had like this up to down, but I mean, it was like I was kind of skinnier back then anyway. So
Jared.
I was bulking up, but yeah, the
Bulking up.
I feel better all over. You know what I'm saying?
That's what Tybo will do to you too, man. The Billy Blinks Tybo.
Yeah.
Get you big.
But when you start getting like you just build those little muscles up all over. I don't know what that shit is, but I don't know. It's like okay, like my back's fucked up and it hurts, right? Well, if you get fucking all the muscles around, you start doing a shit ton of pull-ups every other fucking day. Like 30 different kind, you even know there's this many fucking kind of pull-ups, so you start doing that shit.
Spaceman Dawn has got it. That's exactly what I did. No carbs, no sugar.
Yep. It works.
And when I say no carbs, it's like it's not low carb, it's no carb.
Eat your dogs. Dude, my wife's getting pissed at me though. Like this, speaking of diets and everything, is the exact opposite. We were trying to figure out what to make for dinner, and she's just looking at shit in there that was left around. She's like, I can make chili and tater tots, and I was like, all right.
There you go.
So I ate these just fucking like tater tot base with chili all over the top of it and cheese, and I ate that. And then like I was just fucking like I was offensively farting. Like it was like comical. Like it sounded like I was shitting myself. It sounded like it sounded made up. Like what's that shit? Like what was that movie? With the Nutty Professor or whatever, they're all fat.
The Nutty Professor.
What's that movie with the Nutty Professor?
Shut up, man.
The Nutty Professor.
What was the clumps or clunks or whatever? What was
the clumps?
Yeah, they're just hit the table and start fart war.
That's all fucking Tropic Thunder, dude. Fucking the fatties. Jack Black, bro.
Dude,
oh my god, what the fuck happened to
Tropic
Eddie
Thunder?
Murphy? Like, how did that
such
happen?
a good movie. Nobody liked it, dude. That was like just fucking died. They're like, oh no. It says chili with no beans? ? No, I did not have it with beans, but also this is probably complicating things for lunch. I had fucking tacos with and I had refried beans. So you know,
yeah, I had to make chili with no beans, and it was a fucking disgrace. because I wanted chilies, but I can't have the
Dude.
beans. So I was like,
No, beans are the
then
worst.
I text Justin and I was like, you won, you win.
Neil, I don't know what it is, dude. It's fucking weird. Doing this no carb thing, I can barely eat anymore.
Yeah, you just get super full off like not very much.
I
It's
put
weird.
fucking I get chicken wings from Publix, or no breading, just no sauce, just straight just chicken wings, right? And I get them all the time, dude. I used to be able to put down 20 of those motherfuckers, right? Like no problem. I sit down, put on some YouTube videos, fucking 20 wings, no problem. I fucking put 8 of them on a plate today. I fucking couldn't finish them.
I know.
I was just like, and like to the point where I was like, I did it after I went and rode dirt bikes. I'm like fucking, and I don't eat nothing before I go ride dirt bikes. I just do a shake because I don't like anything in my stomach. And so I'm like, I'm like, man, I'm so fucking hungry after doing this shit. I'm gonna fucking go smash like a shit ton of chicken wings. I ate like fucking 5.5 chicken wings. I was like, I'm gonna throw up.
I know.
It's the weirdest thing, dude, because I'm like, part of why I was always the biggest overeater. I was like, man, I just fucking eat so much food. It's not even funny.
Yeah, once your body like starts to adjust and you get used to it, it's like you're not really hungry as much at all. So, and then you don't eat as much either, and you just feel full off less. So it's kind of weird.
It's bizarre, man. Like almost never hungry.
But obviously, the results speak.
No, it's fucking 25 pounds and losing, man. If I lose, I need to lose another 50 pounds.
Oh, dude, stick with it, no problem. Are you like working out at all? Anything with it, or just like riding dirt bikes and shit?
Just riding dirt bikes once a week.
Yeah, well, you guys got that fucking fancy lip to just like throw on 20 minutes a day on that bitch, 5 days a week, and
I gotta
see you later.
I gotta make time for it, man. My days are so fucking scheduled out that.
Well, this guy says there's an EFI kit for the Ninja 250. It's $1,000 too high. That's crazy. It's only like a kit for that, but don't fucking do that. Just get
that's like as much as the bike.
Yeah, $1,000 is too
sell it and
high
get a
for a
different
Ninja
bike.
250. Period.
What, Sadie? Why aren't you asleep?
Night night, Daddy.
Okay.
Oh,
shit.
I love you.
night night.
I love you.
Why you guys talking?
Yeah, we're talking.
Talking?
Hi, Sadie.
They can't. I got headphones in.
Oh shit.
It's probably for the best.
Yeah, probably.
Talking.
You can see him talking. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Time for bed. Could you hear me?
What?
No. She's just being goofy. Sorry, I had to turn the mic off.
They'll get put in timeout again.
I
What?
put her in timeout earlier. Man, she threw a fit. Makes you feel bad, but you gotta do it. You gotta be strong.
Put your dad in timeout. Put him in a headlock.
She does it, dude. She'll tell me, "You being naughty,
Yeah.
you go timeout."
Choke slam. Elbow drops.
Ooh.
WrestleMania.
If they being naughty, they don't need
How
a
can you not
timeout.
show little kids wrestling? I don't care if you hate
I
wrestling.
know.
Show little
That's
kids
like all
wrestling.
Bane. That when Bane was like that age, that's all he wanted to do. When I try and put him to bed, it just turned into a WrestleMania match.
Mhm. She really likes that Nightmare Before Christmas movie, and I feel like it's a little beyond her being 2.5 years old, but
Nah.
fucking like watching it, telling me things about what's going on, be like, oh, he's sad. like she gets like all their emotions and stuff, and like it's like weird. They follow things a lot more than you think they do. You know, you got one, man. You're like I think it always like
Oh,
sneaks
yeah.
up on you, like how like
They get him, man. Get him on that Nightmare Before
I mean, like-
Christmas. That's what's keeping Hot Topic in business, Jake.
Yeah, Bane was on the obsession of cars when he was a kid. He like loved that movie. Like played the DVD out. I swear.
yeah. Now it's all Netflix in it, you know.
Oh yeah, now he's all.
Luckily she can't warp Netflix, you know, because there's a few series like she does. I don't let her watch TV on there. She don't, you know, maybe like before she takes a nap or she goes to bed, so I let her watch a little show or something, you know, help get her tired. But she'll watch the same few things over and over again. You try to show her other things, and she'll kind of pay attention, but she wants to watch how they do. They want to watch the same few things.
Yeah.
And some of those series that she watches are only like 2 or 3 seasons long. So I know everything. I know like all the stuff.
Every word.
Dude, yeah. I can get weird and just start reciting some kid's show right now. I'll know like all of it.
Pony all fucking day long.
Bay just got into Stranger Things, so he was like powerhousing them. Like it was like
man.
6 a.m. and me and Kai are sleeping. All of a sudden, I just hear Stranger Thing music blasting. And he's like watching them before school. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
After school.
He's like waking up.
You're gonna be in class.
Now,
in
he's
class.
he's old enough to like watch stuff that you want to watch too.
I know. 'Cause we were all
I could just see watching that before you go into school and just being like, just all like spaced out. Because that show, that's so crazy. Josh. I haven't started season 2, man.
It's good. It's good. So he already powerhoused through both seasons. So I'm like, oh, because me and Kai were trying to tell him how good it was.
Oh, he's good.
And he's like, whatever. I'm not gonna watch that with you guys. And then he ended up watching something and got all hooked. So I'm like, oh, now when season 3 comes out, you're gonna watch it with us, aren't you? He's like, yeah.
Yeah. If you like Stranger Things, I think the OA is really good. They barely advertise that, but that is an amazing series, and they're working on season 2 right now. And then another one. Fuck, man, you got Amazon?
Yeah, I got Amazon.
I gotta go watch Man in the High Castle. In fact, what's his name was talking about that. I think it was when we were off air, but Lee finally told me the other week. He's like, I finally went and watched that show. It's like I think it's 3 seasons. He ended up watching all 3 of them in like a day or 2.
What was it? What is it?
Man in the High Castle.
What is that about?
It's about some fucking alternate realities of Germany and Japan winning World War II, and we're in like the late 1950s in this show. It's fucking intense, dude. You go check it out. Oh, there's Nerd One. He liked the OA. Yeah, OA was cool.
Oh, what's
Yeah,
up,
it's a
Nerd?
little slow, but it's good, dude.
Fucking love Nerd. Nerd, you should make some more videos.
I'm trying to grow a
Nerb
nerd
it up.
beard, but it's never going to be as epic as his.
Have you watched any of the Orville yet, Jake?
Yeah. I'm actually 2 episodes behind right now. I let them build up sometimes, and I'll watch a few of them. I go because you can just stream them off of Fox's stuff. They make you if you do it on your computer, you can just watch one long ad at the beginning.
Yeah, since you told me about that, me and Kai started watching that. I was like, dang, this is more like fucking Star Trek.
That's what I said.
Star
dude.
Trek.
And I don't know how many episodes you're in on it, but if you notice, it always stays a bit goofy, but they went from like it's getting more and more serious with each one. I was like, damn, they're not trying to make a comedy. Like they got some comedic stuff in it, but like
it's like the right amount of goof to keep it like
but they don't break the 5th wall or 4th wall, whatever the fuck you're supposed to call it, you know.
So they don't pretend like they're talking to you at all.
No, they don't do like that Family Guy cutaway shit.
Right,
like they keep it like there's some pop culture references like going back a day because I mean it is supposed to be like Earth in the future, you know. So they'll talk about some stupid shit from the past, you know.
just as long as they don't start busting out some Family Guy musicals, I'm good.
I don't think they will, man. I think Seth MacFarlane is a mega fucking Star Trek nerd. Like I think
have to have a musical. It's just got to be in like the 5th season.
Hey, since
that's what Star Trek did. Like the TNG musical is pretty dope.
Well, no, but was it because Neil, you watched Enterprise, right? Did you catch he was in an episode or 2 or that?
Yeah, I did see that.
And then he just fucking begged him. I don't even think he's credited for it. I think he just wanted to fucking be on
and
it
then
so hard.
the doc is Cisco's old girlfriend or whatever from DS9. Did you notice that?
Oh,
it
is.
It is.
Oh,
as soon as I saw her, I was like, "What?" Drop some Cisco in here.
Yeah. Okay.
I was like, I knew I recognized her. I was like, "Dang, that's awesome."
That's right.
Yeah.
What's his name? What's his name is right. Oh, they got $20, Josh. Holy shit.
Oh shit.
D-Wham dropping them dollars.
Dude,
talking about your favorite shows. Like, dude, you want to pay us to talk about sci-fi shit all day? No problem, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
Sadie is over there playing with my gnomes. She did not go to bed. I got all these gnomes in my office, and she's just over there playing with them.
You guys, have any of y'all checked out The Expanse yet?
Yes.
No,
God, yeah,
what's
The
that?
Expanse is fucking good, dude. I started season 2, but I had to back off because I didn't have time to commit right now because I know I'm just gonna start.
Me and Jessica are just like about to finish up.
Googling that shit right now. What is
The Expanse? That is some high production shit.
Look at that IMDb shit.
Is it bad or good?
It started
Yeah,
out
it's like almost a 9.
a little weird at first. Like I was not loving
It takes it. Yeah, it takes a few to kind of build into it, but once you get like into the episode, I'd say about 3. That shit's fucking like it's on, dude.
It's just
You
the whole premise of the world they've created is really fucking awesome.
Well, yeah, you got. That's what I said. It takes you a minute to wrap your head around like
Wait,
what's going
what is
on.
what is this on?
It's on
Sci-fi?
It's a sci-fi show.
Oh, so it's not like on something you can stream, or do you have to
can-
have?
Yeah,
some-
I just watch. I think it's on. I think it is on like season 1 or 2 is on one of the.
Both season 1 and season 2 are on Amazon Prime.
Okay, that's what it is. I think I was watching it on legit there for a minute. So they got someone to see your titties.
What's up, Bino? Fucking, I don't have. There's nobody here with tits, man.
Sorry, I gotta go.
I don't
Just
know
go
what
on my
to do for
kid. I'll be
you.
right back.
I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to get rid of my tits, not show them off. But yeah, I've been liking the experience. I started reading the books too. The books are really good.
Oh, they got books too.
Yeah. It was a book first, like in the early 2000s, or even that. You know who wrote the book it was like the J.J. Abrams, one of his writers, like one of his Star Trek writers, wrote.
Oh, really?
The book, or 2 of them actually. 2 of them. They wrote the books.
So season 3 is not out yet.
I don't think so.
I'm downloading both seasons right now. Too many shows.
But
I feel like
we've been loving it so far. I've heard from a lot of people that season 2 is even better. Like that's when it really starts to pick up. There's a lot of good, what looks like, sorry, I don't know if it is or not. There's a lot of sci-fi on Amazon Prime.
really, I think Guy has it. We just gotta load it on the TV or whatever.
Just get one of those Fire Sticks, man. They're like fucking $40.
Is it? Well, I got one of those smart TVs, and like it's already got all the apps, and you can install other apps.
Oh, if you got
install
that,
the Amazon app.
yeah,
We
just
use
put
a
it
Roku.
on your phone.
I
Is
heard
it
that.
Roku?
What do you do with the Roku?
It's kind of like the same thing as a Fire Stick, I guess, but it's just got like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, all that shit on there, YouTube, Pandora, everything that I use, any app that I use to watch or stream anything.
Dude, Nerd One's got it too, man. Preacher is fucking amazing.
Preacher, I watched the first like episode or 2 of that.
Man,
Preacher?
dude, that's another one. It doesn't get good till halfway through. But
Okay.
it's worth-
Okay, yeah, because it kind of was like
the first 2 episodes, I almost stopped watching it too. Like I was real close to being like, nah, fuck.
yeah, I
this.
don't think I made it past episode 2.
Yeah, but you get halfway through it, and it's like, and to the end, holy shit, dude, I was blown away. It was so unexpected. You're just like, I never saw this shit coming.
All right, that's it. All right, cool. I'll go back. I'll go back.
It was like mind blowing. You're just like, what? It was like, what the fuck did they just do? I can't.
I love that shit. Okay, I gotta go back and check it out, man. I'm gonna keep watching it.
And there's no cliffhanger. It's not like Lost where it's like, oh, what's the mystery? You just look at what they did in the show. You're like, God damn, dude.
All right, bet.
I have to watch that one too.
Oh, it was good.
So The Expanse, Preacher, and then what was? Is that it? Were those the only 2 we were talking about?
And The Expanse and Preacher.
Cool.
Yeah, Preacher.
When's your race shade tree that you've been practicing for?
Sunday.
Dang, Sunday fun day. Are you
Yeah,
pumped? Are you nervous?
It's Sunday.
I'm fucking nervous, man. It's weird. I'm really nervous. I'm gonna like get in somebody's way or fucking like fuck somebody else up. That's my biggest fear.
Is there like a like I guess beginners class or something, or just everybody just fucking
it's like
YOLOs?
I'm in C class, which is low. And thank you, Carlos. I do need a pedicure, so. I'm in C class, which is the lowest class. But they run everybody together, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So they run A, B, and C all race all together. So, like,
Yeah.
so you're still on the same track with like the dudes who are trying to like get points to like go to nationals and shit.
Yeah.
But I guess they say that's part of it. Like part of it, like when you're not as good of a racer and people need to go around you, they consider it part of the course. You know.
Oh, gotcha.
So that's what everybody says. They'll go around you. People will yell at you. Like I've been watching a lot of videos on it, and people like yell. They'll like yell at somebody behind them to like move over. But still, I'm still fucking nervous because it's like I don't know. It's fucking scary because you're out there with like fucking 70 dudes on motorcycles, like all fucking riding like fucking elbow to elbow.
Yeah, that'd be fucking nerve-wracking enough.
But I mean, I don't know. That's what I've been fucking training for, so might as well fucking do it.
Hell yeah. That's awesome, dude.
That's what's kept me focused on the diet. And what's kept me focused fucking riding every week as a workout is to do this. So I gotta fucking do it.
That's awesome, man. I'm fucking rooting for you, bro. Go kill it. Shred it.
Man. Oh, no. In my heart of hearts, I'm just like, maybe I'll just be super good at it and get like fucking be amazing. But I know that's not going to happen.
Are you going to, I mean, this might be a dumb question, but you're going to record it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I did a little practice. Like I was last week I did 2 hours solid, like 2 hours of hard moto, like 100%.
Yeah. I saw your post about it.
And I was able to talk through the whole thing. Not through, I mean, obviously I didn't talk all straight for 2 hours, but I was like, when shit happened, I was able to like talk about it. And I was also kind of a practice because I want to be able to talk through the race. And when something happens or something like that, I want to be able to talk about, because I don't want to just dump an hour and a half of footage and be like, here's my race.
Right.
Have it like be exciting and good and fucking cut up to a manageable length. You know what I mean?
We only smoke that good shit.
I'm gonna make like a whole thing like with us going out there and fucking I'll do the whole fucking like the whole deal.
I'm trying to figure out if I should do, like we were talking about, Jake, one big long just vlog and the ride all in one video, or if I should bust them into two. And I did an Instagram poll earlier, and one long video just like barely won out, like 54 to 60 whatever something %. And I don't know. 20-minute video might be pushing it.
Bust out. I say 2 vids.
2 vids?
2 vids.
Yeah. Might have to go that route. That way I don't have to cut anything. I don't know.
I'm going to vote 1 vid.
1 vid.
That one epically long vid.
So now we're still, I think
still
Neil.
Tied up.
No,
we're still tied up.
No, I think Neil's vote would have tied it up for the 2 vids, and then your vote would have put it back over 1.
Here's my, and I'm like 2 vids is cool too, but here's my thing for 1 vid is just, it's something that Baker X Derek said forever ago. It was just like, when it was like, and this was back when, I used to be worried about making videos that were longer than 10 minutes. I would like freak out about it.
Me too, yeah.
And I was freaking out about like, oh man, this one's like fucking 13 minutes long. Like nobody's going to watch this. And he's just like, dude, a video's however long it needs to be. Like,
oh yeah.
Don't worry about it. It's however long it needs to be. Like, look at it and be honest with yourself.
Cut out the bullshit. Yeah.
Be honest and just go. It's how long it is. I just made.
I think that's by the way I'm gonna go, man. I think that's good advice because I don't know, cutting it into one video, it's kind of like,
if you're like, no, this is dragging, then make it 2 videos. But if you watch it as 20 and you're like, nope, this is it, man. It's fucking good ass 20-minute video.
Yeah, that's true. If it flows good and the whole length goes, but if it feels like it's dragging, I'd split it into 2.
I mean, honestly, it's like 14 minutes right now, and it's like I think it's the funnest video I've ever made. I mean, Jake's all in it. We're all fucking cutting up.
For 1 vid? Well, I'd keep it fucking 1 vid then. If it's only 14, that ain't that long. I thought it was meant like it's gonna be like an hour or something.
No, I'm not done. But I'm at 14 now. I'm not done. But we're like in the middle of the ride right now, so I think I could keep it under maybe around 20.
I just fucking edited, finished it yesterday. I made a 48-minute long video.
Yes. Yeah, that's crazy.
That is a long ass vid,
It's a
dude.
long ass video,
curious.
man.
I'm
I
not
don't
gonna lie.
expect a lot of people. I expect a lot of people won't watch it all the way through, but you know what? I don't fucking care.
I'm gonna check that. I'm curious to see what's popping off in a 48-minute shade tree vid for sure.
Well, it's
Yeah.
the 2 hour thing, man. I fucking I did.
Oh, I got you.
I got my suspension done. Like I went and I interviewed the guy about how suspension works and how to set up suspension for like a big guy, you know.
Hell yeah.
And then I tested it out, and then I fucking did my 2 hour practice.
Awesome.
Like all that shit together, and the 2 hour practice is intense because it's like fucking. I was pushing myself fucking hard, like throwing up hard. You know, so
Oh dang.
it was intense, and I watched the whole thing. I watched it 3 fucking times to make sure, just to fucking make sure. I was like, no, this is
it. Hell
this
yeah.
is it. You know.
Right on.
And you know what? A lot of people won't finish it, and that's fine. Like it is. I don't care.
That's it. That settles it. One long video. It's done.
Emojis.
For them OGs.
Pop that popcorn's fucking movie night.
I ain't trying to do that every week,
Yeah.
you know, but it's just like, I don't know, man. It is what it is. My fucking year-end review videos keep getting longer. That's my real long one. I just fucking like what I do. I download every video I made that year, and I fucking put them all in the fucking Finder, and I just like go through the whole thing from beginning to end and just take whatever clips I think are funny. They always end up being like an hour and a half long.
Where's Tim at tonight?
He had to dip out early. Talking about that new Kawasaki Z900 though, man. That thing's looking.
Oh yeah, he's got the bug now, huh?
Yeah, he said he's gonna get rid of the FZ07 and get one of those.
Really?
Yeah,
Dang.
pretty much confirmed, man. FZ07 is toast.
Man, I want your American flag gloves. Where'd you get those?
Dude, fucking they're Troy Lee Designs, man. Troy Lee Designs makes the best fucking stuff.
Those are fucking awesome.
I'll hit you up with a link. They fucking on the little Velcro clasp, it says pop wheelies. And like
That is awesome.
Yeah, on the fingers, one of them's got like a happy face, one's got a sad face. They're fucking badass. I'll grab you a link right now.
Oh, that's right. They did announce that H2SX. Carlos in the side chat. That's like the cruiser edition. A little more comfortable, but all the power.
What's that now?
The H2SX.
Oh
That's like
yeah. The fucking
the cruiser edition of the
touring one.
yeah,
Oh man, they're out of stock.
limited edition.
Here, I'll fucking leave you a link, but they're out of stock on Revzilla. Too popular. Maybe they have it on Amazon.
Hey Jake, are you there? Negative. No.
Putting them kids to bed.
Yep. I figured be kind of quiet.
Damn. They got them on fucking Amazon, but they won't be getting $40 fucking for them.
Oh dang, how much were they on Revzilla? Oh, 29. Psh, I'll just wait. Wait that back order.
Yeah, I wish they were in Revzilla. 29 in Revzilla, yeah.
America. But
Yeah, they're fucking proud of that shit.
Dual Sport Goldwing. What?
That Troy Lee Americana jersey is dope too. I don't know if you ever wear jerseys when you ride.
Not really, but if it's epically awesome, maybe I will.
It's kind of comfortable in the summertime.
Oh yeah, that is sweet. America. Match the gloves.
Yeah, no, it's fucking badass. Oh, I fucked up the gloves today. I fucking hit a tree.
God.
That'll do it.
Fucking shit all up. I ripped them. pissed I just got this.
These just look like they have no protection, but I like this. If you look at the picture.
Oh yeah. No, the gloves have no protection. They're like mechanics gloves.
Look at these ones though. When you put your hands together like a fucking diamond cutter, it just says America with a fucking bald eagle. That's probably all I would be doing to everyone the whole time. They look shitty, but I might just
$16.99 Prime. I'm buying those right fucking now.
I feel like I might just have to buy these right now just because of that.
Dude, these are getting bought.
That's really Ian 187 right there.
Yeah. I just see like.
Yeah, I'm buying those. They probably don't fucking do nothing, but whatever.
I know, right? Literally nothing.
But neither do the fucking dirt bike ones. I mean, they're just cloth. They're just cloth.
Yeah.
Clothes. Like they don't do shit.
Guess it's better than nothing.
All it is just keep your hands from getting fucking blisters. They don't even do that. Like fucking hands are covered in shit. Like that's the fucking worst one right there. One right here.
That's your clutch hand? Is your camera reversed? Is that your throttle hand? Huh?
I just
That's
bought
my
a pair.
clutch hand.
Okay. I didn't know if the camera was mirroring the image or not.
Yeah, that shit hurts like a motherfucker, dude.
All right, guys. I'm probably gonna take off so I have time to watch a Star Trek before I gotta go to bed. I just wanted to stop and say what's up to everybody.
I'm probably gonna dip out too, man.
All right, have a good night, guys.
Good seeing you, Neil. Take care, brother.
Yep. Keep up the good work, Shade Tree. Killing it, man.
Hey, man, I will. Thank you again, dude. Fucking
hell yeah. Talk to you guys
soon.
Fucking
thanks for coming out. Fucking everybody in the side chat. Fucking we wouldn't be shit without you guys watching. So I fucking appreciate you.
That's the truth.
Big time. Yeah, Big D Moto saying he's wearing motocross jerseys when he rides. They're fucking great, dude. I fucking love them.
I really want to get. I was shopping them. I need to get one.
They're cheap, man. It's just easy, you know. Especially if you're wearing. Do you wear armor?
I mean, I have armored pants, but no, I'm usually running a t-shirt.
Yeah. I mean, if you wear armor, they're really good to go over armor because they're stretchy, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, I just started wearing armor off road because I want to have it for the race. So I was like, I gotta get used to wearing this shit, you know.
Right. You want to be you want to be able to ride and feel like it's not there instead of feeling like it's all cumbersome with it on and shit.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Mr. Futz, one day, man, Shade Tree Surgeon jerseys. I'll make some.
That'd be dope. I'd ride with one. I'd wheelie the fuck out of one.
Dude, Justin, your wheelies are looking fucking amazing.
Thanks, brother.
Damn, dude, you've made some fucking serious progress.
I feel like I'm knocking on the door.
Anyway, I gotta dip out, man. I gotta wake up early.
All right then, brother.
All right, man. All right, guys. Thanks again. Y'all fucking rock.
Take care, Josh.
See ya.
Later. All right, it's just me here talking to myself now. So light up the chat or not, whatever. Everybody give it up for Shade Tree. Liddy. No. I don't know. XR 200, yeah. It's a little on the small side. I'm good. Says Jake is in here, but I think he's AFK. No, I would not. That's just me personally. Sweet. Off-road or supermoto? I am not the one to ask about that, Josh. Not even a Dyna. I said no, I would not buy a Harley. Well, the faster you go, the straighter your wheelie will be. But I'm now answering Derek Shetler in the comments. Tips for keeping wheelies straight. The faster you go, the straighter your wheelie will be, but that's not really what you want to do. So you want to get the bike up as high as possible and then shift your weight around a lot. That's what I do. I poke my knees out to either side of the bike, and that'll usually help me go one way or the other. Like if I'm veering right, I'll poke my left knee out, put a little weight out to the left side of the bike. That's it. If Jake doesn't come back soon, I'm going to bounce. I'll text that fool. All right, I texted the garden snake. See if I can get him back in here. No, I have not learned stand-up wheelies yet. Oh, was Josh hosting? I thought Jake was hosting. No. That's bad advice, Brandy. What up, Brandy Land? That's bad advice, though. I was saying that. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. Never mind then. So Jake's gone. Josh was hosting. My bad. Jake's the one that sent me the link, so that's why I thought he was hosting. But whatever. We're on that 5-minute countdown. So everybody have an awesome evening. It's been cool chilling with y'all, answering questions and chatting for the past couple minutes since Jake is off hanging out with his kid. The loser squad, dude. We're here, bro. The unfamous people. Fuck it. Bino. my wife just said, yeah, baby, you're in